Hey, look at me, I'm sitting here sad and lonely without a fire, but a desire to not hear you say I have a boyfriend, and I see the ladies walking along one by one, and I never wanna hear I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend, and I have no fire but a desire to not hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Why do all of the jerks get all of the pretty girls? Yeah, you may not notice, but I want you to know that I am a lonesome heart, and I have no fire but a desire to not. Here I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. So need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. I so need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. That you have a boyfriend. Never say it now, sweetheart.
Wix gives you the power of...
This doesn't even deserve the whole Megillah, because this is dead serious. The above and below ground tour I did of the Chabad headquarters, everyone on the internet, my Abba and Ima are angry at me. They're fetching at me. It's my fault. I admit it. It's my fault. I want all of those photos of Jews crawling out of the sewers off the internet. Now. I'll send in Mossad. I'll send in the IDF. I'll send everything in my power. Just get it off the internet.
Listen to me. You shut that G-D thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there before sundown.
I'm working on it.
Go work on it.
I am working.
Do you realize something? That if the NYPD sees those tunnels that you dug under New York City, that they could condemn our synagogue and that we would have to move out of it?
I see.
You go get that stuff off of there and fast.
I'm working on it.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all stoked for Christian. Is that your favorite one of those so far?
The reggae one still takes it.
Reggae's good. There's so many clever ones, though. They keep coming out with more.
Oh yeah, AI is. I think Chat GPT is available to all Windows users. I saw. So it's it's gonna be. There's gonna be no end for that.
I'm excited. Hope we get. I hope more memes happen, so we get more of those.
I'm hoping for some AI redubs of The Arrest.
Yes, that'd be good. You guys hearing me all right? It feels like my filters are. Anyway,
I hear you normal, but I don't know about the stream.
I hope that.
Yeah, you sound okay on the stream.
All right, cool. So, you stoked to tackle the progenitor of locales, the main man himself.
Absolutely.
It's.
I've watched most of the comprehensive history.
Remember exactly when I stopped. At least.
Filters are cutting off apparently.
Oh, are they?
Ignore what I said.
No, okay. But yeah, it was I watched about into episode 21 or 20, and then I stopped there because it was getting pretty exhausting. But
oh yeah, I was well into the 70s.
Jesus.
yeah. I was watching that big time.
Okay, I guess I need to rewatch it all. I just finished the whole thing. There's a lot of middle parts that I found myself wanting. Yeah, because the dude, it is exhaustive. That documentary. It covers everything pretty much by the month.
Every message he ever sent or
yes.
received.
Every single video he did, it's covered. Well, that's cool and all.
And DSP is a fool if he thinks he can like hide shit now.
Yep.
Because like Chris Chan, all of his shit is archived, and then like DSP, like pretty much all his shit is archived too. Like there's no escaping it.
I was telling Imbode earlier. I was talking about my on the Linda Deranged channel. I'm doing the DSP winery, and I was telling him that I found a playthrough of his that he removed. DSP removed the playthrough. Someone mirrored the entire playthrough. So I'm sure those exist for a lot of DSP playthroughs, and I'm not going to say which one it is. He does try. He's tried to remove stuff.
Yeah, and at this point now, because he was trying to be slick with those like unrecorded bags, everyone started recording his shit. So
absolutely,
he's done.
Yep, because he's not a trustworthy person.
Yeah,
but
if he didn't lie so much, people wouldn't do stuff like that.
Exactly, and it's.
I don't think the bank leaks would have even happened if he wasn't always lying.
Exactly. If DSP had any sort of... Man, it didn't take us long for this to derail into just DSP again.
Of course.
Even though we have kind of an unwritten policy where we never plan to go over DSP on this channel, he seems to come up in every single episode. Because he's the greatest locale of all time. I would say he's a bigger locale than Chris Chan. Because Chris Chan is kind of done as a... He's got a couple of handlers, some wranglers, that prohibit him from continuing the shit show. So he's kind of retired. And DSP.
And it'll never be the pure uncut that it used to be.
No.
Which Phil kind of won't either, but he has so many trolls now that like it's still going. Like the writers are still coming up with new things.
Yes. I think Chris Chan is very tired too. He doesn't really want to engage.
Yeah, he clearly doesn't want to be live.
No. Every time he streams, I've watched maybe 3 of his streams. In total, maybe 1 stream. And they are excruciating. They're so boring. Nothing happens. He makes weird voices all the time, and he doesn't have anything properly balanced or anything. So you've got 3 different sources of audio compete with each other. But the one that I watched where he had the moment where he had the Zen moment that I used for the outro, that was the funniest shit. But that was, he doesn't do anything like that anymore.
And I think too now he's a little like deflated because it's sort of like the 2012 end of the world cult people
Yes.
that like the dimensional merge should have happened like 5 times by now.
Yes.
And I still don't see Sonichus running around.
No.
Yeah,
You just don't have a pure enough heart.
that could be.
Yeah, you should work on that.
Yeah, maybe I should like put on the medallion. I'm also not a virgin. So I'm
Yeah, there you
invisible
go.
in there or something. I don't have wizard
Damn it.
powers.
You guys saying my mic is cutting out. Let me fix this. Shit.
Fuck. I mean, it's got to be something on the stream end, right?
All right. How
'Cause
about that any better? Hopefully. I don't know. It's probably on the street. Oh,
you need to make a you need to get a new fucking damper for your mic like Phil.
yes.
Actually, just buy 5 of them,
yeah, I think so.
the most expensive ones.
And then when they break, just get
And then for our next 3 streams, you can install them
and yell
with
at you
the
guys.
audio on, of course.
Yeah. You guys aren't helping me.
Dude, I was listening in the car when he was like installing, he was like fucking with the mic, and it's like, it was so hard to listen to. It's just like, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
No, his
Gotta
well,
do it live.
Logan is eating well because that's his favorite content. Is he loves the tech streams. So this Logan over here has been enjoying all of them, watching them happen. SP screwing around with shit. I enjoy them, but I also kind of
yeah.
wish they were a little bit. I wish DSP would wrap up his tech segments in about 2 hours, if that's a thing. And that's good for me. Once we get into hour
Yeah.
4 of installing software and installing computer, I'm getting. And I'd rather he didn't.
Yeah, the clips are much more digestible.
Definitely. I suppose we should go back to talking about. I would love to talk about
Yep.
Darkside Phil. But Chris Chan, for people who don't know, yeah, he's the prime lolcow. He created it. And it's not to say that lolcows didn't exist in history before this dude, but none compared to him. And because you had weirdos of epic proportions all the way back in the 1800s. And you had that lolcow who convinced the president that the earth was hollow and had a government-funded operation to go and try and find the opening to the core. That's a real thing, by the way.
That was in South America, right?
Something like that. I want to say who the president was. I want to say it was Martin Van Buren or something. Some dude
Okay.
convinced him that, yeah, the earth was hollow. I'm still cutting out? Impossible.
You gotta get Darziak's settings.
Damn it. All right, hold on one second.
Oh yeah, the fucking the Weird Al version of that song. A lot of
Alright.
Weird Al songs I heard before I heard the real song.
Yes, same here.
And that really like I can never like look at those songs. Like even if they're really good, I can't I can never look at them quite the same.
Definitely. It's kind of like that with DSP parody songs. Yeah, I can't listen to
Oh,
All
yeah.
Star the same anymore.
Yeah, that Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. I always just hear Tyrone. Like I can't unhear it. Like it'll come on at work and I'm just like laughing.
Good one. So many of them are good. Hey, Christian, shit, we keep getting distracted with DSP. He's a funny
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, let's roll a clip here.
Okay, so we got perfectly cut Christian.
Dive in.
Hey, look, a monkey. Hi, monkey. Ah!
But anyway, you want to see real muscles? Check these out.
Wait, there's that message to Dial Brando!
I'm Gary Stew, and I know what to do. Everything I say and do is right. Just like a certain lady friend of mine.
Electric hedgehog power. Pew! ROC's actually doing this court system everything. And another thing, you Sandros trolls. You can kiss my foot. And you know what else?
Felix Ivan Kjellberg, also known as PAWD Pop.
Oh goodness.
So, I've said this message again to Alec, Evan, and even Mao. I have less offense with Sean, by the way, but to those three...
So,
You grow up! You grow up! And you stop thinking about yourself. Yeah. Kitty, kitty, come here, kitty. Kitty.
I like that there's so many videos of Chris Chan just screaming.
Yeah.
Growling and roaring at people. Oh god. No, I implore you to reconsider. Okay, oh my god.
Hey, look.
Look at my booty.
I will give a hi-yo, right in the Führer's face. Hi-yo.
Jessica, I love you. With all my heart. And I am yours. Forever on, as long as you have me. I'll do my best for you, if not better.
Hell yeah, Wyatt. You were a former troll of his. I'm gonna have to ask you some questions. Oh goodness.
It's Ian Brandon Anderson! Julie!
All this is to say, as a nerd, he does have some kind of cool stuff that these banners back here, these Sonic Adventure banners, those are kind of cool. I would like to have.
He does have every toy too.
Yeah. He was that weird kid in school who had all the toys but want to hang out with him.
What is your last name? Brandon Anderson. Julie!
Oh goodness.
Julie.
Yeah, the Julie stuff. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's go with some origin stories here. When did you get into Chris Chan? When did you first hear about this guy?
It wasn't during the prime, it was after. Maybe like 8 years ago, something like that. Because like I was on 4chan, so I would see references to him, and then I'm like, wait, what is this? And then I heard some of the calls, and then I saw some of the early videos. And it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. I wasn't like really into like lolcow shit though. So I didn't jump like really hard into it until like a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I didn't quite understand what Chris Chan was. I thought that it was just a dude who made audio diaries or video diaries of him being a weird. I didn't realize that he was being trolled. I just thought it was I thought it was some crazy dude who talked to his therapist, and his therapist said, "You should make video diaries. That'll help you get your thoughts out." And it's just video after video of him screaming at the camera and whatnot, because that's what made sense to me. Mentally ill guy. Wyatt, how did you get started with Chris Chan? You said you were a former Chris Chan troll. How did you troll him? Do you feel like you're closer to understanding him? Your mic is not as bad during the... Is my mic really that bad? Maybe I'm just leaning back too much. Let me try this. You can hear me all right.
Yeah, it sounds normal through Discord, but I don't know what changes.
Let me see if I can turn down one of...
Somebody was saying the limiter.
Yeah, is that any better? I hope so. Yeah, I turned off one of the limiters. I have two of them going at the same time to kind of help things out, but hopefully that'll be better. Yeah, but what's we're gonna have to get into favorites at some point. That'll be on a separate Chris Chan video because there's so much stuff to get into with Chris Chan. This dude is deep. So
Yeah, each saga is its own, could be its own 3-hour thing.
yes, because
as
he
the
innovated that.
comprehensive history shows.
He innovated. Well, he was the locale innovation. He had sagas and arcs and whatnot, whereas a lot of locales still to this day don't really have those.
I mean, with Chris Chan too, it's like the trolls created an alternate world for him to live in, kind of like a Truman Show, which like DSP gets to some extent too. But like for Chris Chan, it all was real. Like
Yeah.
Clyde Cash was an actual supervillain.
Yes, and all the narratives and whatnot were true, and it helped that he was so gullible too.
And even though he like sort of doesn't believe it, he still goes along with it.
I think that he's worried that it's true.
Yeah, it's like, well, they called my house, so I have to deal with it, even if like, because he's like, come on, you guys, you're just a bunch of trolls. Can you just stop? Don't you have your own lives? But it's like he still drove down to fucking
Yeah, where did he drive
North
to?
Carolina
Yeah,
or whatever to look for that girl. So I don't know.
So we're gonna watch a couple of the episodes of the documentary. We're only gonna watch maybe one, maybe two, and it's because there's so much of it. But the first couple episodes are pretty good because of it's almost like DSP in that it feels like it was produced and written because there's so much foreshadowing in the beginning of Chris Chan's story, and it's kind of eerie. But after that, I don't know. We'll probably just do different approaches with him. But I feel for the origin, that's a good place to start is those two videos.
Sure.
All right, and I got some other videos, including some that might be a surprise for you too, Imbode.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna start with Comprehensive History Part 1. I was around just after they got back into his home after the fire. The main way I trolled him was on
Hello,
forums like
ladies and
setting up
gentlemen,
meets
girls
and
and
messing up
boys,
his comics world.
and
That's
dudes
funny as
about
hell.
teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here.
And I think we're gonna leave the subtitles on because it's hard to understand him sometimes.
Yeah, his audio is pretty rough.
And y'all are there.
Christian.
Sometimes I see myself in him a little bit because I was a nerd.
In history.
Not
Oh,
this
yeah,
bad
no
though.
doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
His antics have been witnessed by millions. With many
Did
always
you
Yeah, I'm
make
glad
it-
I
close
wasn't
eye on
always
him,
recording myself doing cringe shit.
Yes.
waiting to see what he
And
does
although
next.
the age would be scaled
So
like
you do
by
make
like
me feel
7
sad,
years or so.
depressed.
Like I was doing the cringe shit he was doing when he was 21 and I was like 14.
You should love his
Same.
mother. She
I was an
misses him.
edgelord in high school. I was cool and I was tough, except no, I wasn't.
Hello. We're live on the internet. What do you want? Mom, hello.
Poor
I
mom.
love the women
Yeah.
outside.
Wait, let me see what you're talking about here, Morgana.
Do not hate. Hate is not so
Oh, you're talking about the animated intro? Sure. You know what? Let's watch this. It is pretty cool.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, this is fun stuff.
This does not
Hey, what up,
deserve
Declan?
Captain's log introduction because this is dead serious. Either that
My
or I
name
show
is
my
Christian
cock and I get you.
Well, thank you very much, Declan, for the subscription. I appreciate it. Don't pull out your dick though.
With my virginity. There's old trolls and new trolls and good in the fair. Sun and shoe, rose and shoe, mine says senior year. And so I found a place where there are no homos. My happy man child face, it says the Chris Chan Show.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. It's beautifully animated too, because it captures his weird little mannerisms.
Yeah.
That was the best part of Chris Chan too, when he was constantly denying being gay
Yes.
and having like rants about those dirty homos.
My favorite ever of the intersection with him and his bizarre homophobia was when he had to make a video announcing that he was gay. And so he held
yeah.
up a figure of Optimus Prime. And
Yep.
he was saying that it was basically a signal, like when he was in a hostage video. And
yeah, his signal of like pure masculinity,
Yes.
Optimus Prime.
yeah.
And I believe he had a Sailor Moon poster to show that he was straight as well.
Okay, that
'Cause
makes
he
sense. Yeah, sure.
Likes underage girls.
Well,
But
Yeah, there
no,
you
we
go.
don't need to get into that. But what was and he also there was something else he did. Oh, he did. I think he didn't have his medallion on to show that it wasn't true and honest.
Oh yeah. Which kind of shows a level of thinking that's interesting with Chris Chan, that he can create these weird little logical loopholes for himself.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He just doesn't understand any type of socialization.
No, yeah, he's a very sheltered individual.
Very autistic and sheltered. Yeah.
Right, Wyatt?
It doesn't help having very old parents. Either.
Yes.
Because like they just didn't understand what he was doing to put a stop to it.
You can hear that so much whenever they discuss what the internet even is. They can't really
Yeah, and,
conceptualize it.
He's taking these calls where he's saying this crazy shit in his kitchen with his parents next to him.
Yep.
Oh, that's when he pretended it was all an act.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That was good.
That was a fun little moment there.
I'm surprised Phil never did that. Oh, I mean, he sort of does. but
He's been doing that for 16
he's
years.
been living it. Yeah, okay, never mind. He never like combed his hair different though. Put
Okay.
on a sleeveless vest.
He did wear those sunglasses because the future was bright.
That's true.
And well, I guess he's doing that right now. Remember, he's wearing the button-up shirts to show that he's grown up and matured. All right, so he's a nerd, and I had a lot of nerdy stuff, so I kind of want to see what I can identify from this pile of shit that he's got behind him. Dude, it's one of those pictures, those AI-generated pictures where it says it challenges you to see or identify one thing in the background. I can't identify anything here. Like, what is this thing? It's a robot of some sort, but what the hell is it? And these are Legos, but none of the sets look even remotely recognizable.
Well, I think that's like the proto Quickville.
Oh, okay.
That he's working on.
Yeah, because he has stands over here for selling shit, I imagine. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the mall.
All right. And
I think. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but
it would be interesting to do a three-dimensional tour of Lego Quickville. You know how they do those tours of Pompeii or whatever, and it's all 3D CGI and shit. You know, it'd be kind of cool.
yeah, that is true. There is a black Sonic with toes up in the top.
Oh
right.
yeah, there you go. It's for the feet
I didn't
enjoyers.
notice that.
Yeah, basically, Morgana, all I can really recognize is the air conditioner and an axe, but I don't even know what character it is.
Christopher Weston Chandler was born on February 24th.
Yeah, I can't recognize him though,
1982
Rummy. I guess
in
it's just
Charlottesville,
bad of
Virginia,
me. I
to
don't know.
parents Bob, aged 54, and Barbara.
I sent a link to a bunch of
Yeah,
the tractor
dude,
channels, so thank you,
54
Morgana.
and 40 is crazy to have a kid.
Yes, and there's data that shows that the older you are, the higher likelihood you can have a child with autism.
Yeah, or a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
too.
It's because your sperm and eggs break down after a while. Sorry. It's biology,
Bob
man.
was very world conscious and was an avid collector of
Yeah,
stamps
Bob seemed
since a
kinda
very
cool.
young age. Later in
Yeah.
life, he developed a love for music, especially foreign music. He eventually amassed a
Dude,
collection of
Barb
over
looking not
10,000
like
vinyl
Snorlax
records.
is crazy.
He had
Mhm.
a son and daughter from a previous marriage, the relationships with whom were strained to say the least.
Rummy, can you identify any of those
Barbara
sets?
was
Can
the
you tell me which
secretary
ones they
with
are? Because I
Virginia
couldn't.
Power. She had a habit of hoarding her belongings and was an emotionally abusive person, which convinced her then 17-year-old son, Cole Smithy, to seek independence and live life on his own.
Damn.
So when Chris came along, Bob and Barb got a chance to start anew. The new family started their new life in their humble Ruckersville home. Chris later
Ruckersville,
claimed
Virginia.
that at around 2 months of age, he uttered his first word, monkey.
I'll
It
be
didn't
that
take long
monkey.
For the parents to see that Chris wasn't quite like most other babies. The first
This is why you'll never see baby photos of little Lenny, because that's me. That's how I looked when I was a little kid. Shirts and everything, haircut and everything, goofy, vacant stare and everything. In fact, I might be Chris Chan. I don't know.
signs of his autism could be
Yeah,
witnessed
my
in
mom sent me old
1983.
like Halloween
Despite
pictures
his
of me
condition
and my
being
brother in
congenital, he had
costumes, and it's
stated
like,
that his
holy
autism
shit.
was brought
Like
about
the
by
house
one
looked so
particularly
80s.
traumatic
Yes.
event when he was 18 months
Dude,
old.
my parents had a
A
Lumina.
babysitter named Roach,
And,
or Roach, would
I
look
saw a
after
picture of
baby
it recently. I
Christopher
thought,
whenever
holy
his
crap,
parents
look at
would
this
go
old
out
ass
in the
beater they were
evenings.
driving around
One
in.
of these nights, Chris inadvertently
My
infuriated
parents
her,
both had
and she locked him in a
RX-7s
room
when I
filled
was
with
born.
toys,
That's what's
in
up.
the dark,
Yeah.
alone.
Oh
This
man,
would
that's
prove
kind of
so
sad.
traumatic that he refused to speak for the next 6 years.
It is weird.
Even
I
though he
wonder
sees
if
this
those little
event as
things
the
are what
source
shaped
of all
him.
his troubles. He does not
I mean,
blame
there's
his
no way to
parents
know
for
if it's
keeping
true
Roach as his
either.
Yeah.
babysitter, for they did not know better. Despite living out his childhood as a mute, Chris was anything but quiet. He confessed later on in life that he screeched often and was very troublesome to his parents.
He just went around making noises. What a
In
hero.
1985,
Of course.
the Hammer household moved into the neighborhood. The Hammers and the Chandlers struck up a cordial relationship, which led to Chris forming a bond.
I want to
with
show
the
my
Hammer's
dad
daughter,
this series and
Sarah.
see how far he can get
Looking
into
back, Chris
it
considered
before he
her to be
rage
his
quits.
closest childhood friend, and that she greatly helped him with his autism. However, from what is known of their relationship, it is also likely that she took advantage of Chris's innocence and trust, and may be seen more as a bully than a friend.
Yeah, she got his
For
social
example,
security number.
She once told him that Casper the Friendly Ghost was hiding under her house.
Yeah,
Naturally,
Wyatt, I would
Chris
hang out with
crawled
Bob.
into the
He seems like an
Hammer's
interesting
crawl space
dude.
to find him,
Barbara?
only to find
No.
spiderwebs, bugs, and dirt instead. Sarah locked him in. After about half an hour, her dad came to his rescue. On another occasion, she told Chris that if he were to eat the upper thing of a honeysuckle, it would taste like honey.
Yeah, I was told that
This
too when
is
I was a kid.
reference to the berries of a honeysuckle,
What a
which
load
can
of
be
shit.
slightly harmful if ingested in large doses. Fortunately,
It's true,
their
Morgana.
parents told them
They
of the
pampered
dangers
his
of
sorry
doing
ass.
so before Christopher
That's
could
why I think
fulfill
DSP was
Sarah's
pampered
wish.
also.
Oh, for sure.
At the age of 5,
He
Chris
had
began
every
studying
toy.
at Greene
Yes.
County Primary School.
He had
together
the
with
entire
Sarah.
He-Man
It
set.
is not known how he was
Yes.
treated here or how he got along with the other kids. In addition to taking regular classes at the primary school, he received language training at James Madison University. In 1987, in a lengthy letter addressed to Chris, dated December 26th, Bob offered his outlook on life and presented some life advice
This
for
is
his
where
son.
it gets sad as hell.
There are many sides to a mountain and many ways to climb it. If you get stopped, back off, regroup, and try another way. If you are still not successful, maybe it is not meant to be. If it is meant to be, having it on the back burner simmering for a while is not bad. It will pop up again, and the way to attain it will be there. Everything in its time. Your mother and I have done our best for you, and in return, we expect at least that from you, for yourself and your children.
Don't worry about that last part,
He
Bob.
also expressed wishes for his son to inherit and hold dearly his vast collection of music, movies, stamps, and art prints.
Nope.
He reminisced about the straight razor which he inherited from his grandfather, which he carelessly broke while using it as a screwdriver. Bob still held on to that broken razor his entire life because his grandfather wanted him
Yeah,
to have
Bob
it.
sounds like such a cool
Bob
dude.
hoped that Chris would share his
Yeah.
father's sentiment. I hope that you will not carelessly misuse, waste, or destroy the value of the many things I have.
Oh man. And this is where it gets where I was talking about earlier, where these first couple episodes are insanely prophetic. Because it
Yeah.
often felt like Bob was predicting the opposite of the future. You know, the
Also,
whole time.
like the climbing a mountain thing and looking for another way, the attraction sign didn't work, so he regrouped and then fucked his own mother.
Yes. We found a brand new way up that mountain that we should have never climbed.
Yeah.
As for his collection of stuff, from what I understand, he doesn't have any of it. He doesn't have any of his dad's collections of stuff. So dad talking about, hey, I collected all this cool stuff. I hope you appreciate it. No, don't have
I
it.
have no idea.
Because he got basically banned from his mom's house after, being released
Yeah.
from prison. And he went over there a couple times to get stuff, and after a while stopped going over. So putting myself in his shoes, I could see him prioritizing grabbing all of his Legos, all of his DVDs, all of his games
Yep.
and stuff. He
And a
did
bunch
not-
of rocks from the driveway.
Yeah, there you go.
To sell online.
He didn't grab anything of Bob's because it was of no
No.
importance to him.
And to be fair,
Collective
you
fleet.
can't find it in there.
Yeah, there's just so much shit.
The house is such a shithole.
Yeah. He sold his dad's collection? Dude, man.
Wow.
There's some stuff in my dad's collection I wish I still had. Not that I've lost it, but he lost it. He used to have the original line of the Kenner Star Wars action figures. And
Oh, wow.
they're all lost. and he lost them before he could give them to me to hold on to, which is a huge bummer.
For you.
We still have
First,
at my
when-
parents' house like collectible McDonald's glasses.
Yes.
From like the original Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
And it's like we still use them too.
That's what's up.
It's like, yeah, I'm drinking out of the family heirloom. Like, make a quick drink in this Darth Vader glass.
The legacy chalice.
Yeah.
All about
What's up,
them,
man?
how to use them.
I wish
and
I was
enjoy
around
them,
to help
their
younger Chris.
value,
I know I
and
troll him.
how
But
you can
it's
thoughtlessly
kind of like
waste
the same
their
thing with
value.
me and DSP.
Then
I
enjoy
kind of
them
wish I
as
was there for
have.
young DSP. I'd
For
hang out with him.
example, my very
I'd
good
meth with him like
collection,
crazy,
or
but
all the recorded
Try to
popular
teach
music
him
on
not to be
cassette
an
tape,
asshole.
VCR tapes, and records. My books on popular music, movies, entertainers, musical theater, ship models, my daylilies.
Oh, he's a
gazebo,
model kit builder.
and
What a
dreams.
nerd.
This letter offers
Yeah,
some
imagine
insight into
doing
Bob's
that.
character,
What a
as he feared
dork.
That all he had accomplished over the course of his life may be
He had a
lost.
hot chick poster.
In 1989, during a weekly trip to the toy store with his mother, Chris picked up a GoBot up on display.
Oh, hell
and
yeah, this
slowly
is the
started
beginning
to
of the end
read
right
out
here.
The text on
A
the package,
GoBot.
ending his 6 years of silence.
Wait, who's this?
Later that same year,
Is that the neighbor?
Bob and Chris
no.
converted the shed in their backyard into a workshop, christening it the Dreaming Studio.
This is probably the
Bob
saddest
had
part,
hoped that he
in my
and his
opinion.
son would
Yeah.
build things together there. He even commemorated the space with a plaque. Dreaming Studio of Mr. C and Little C, where dreams do come true.
Damn, man. That
However, when asked about it, Chris could not recall what, if anything, had been built there.
holy
It
shit.
was instead mostly used by Barbara for storage. For Christmas of that year,
Hell
they
yeah, I
got a
had one of
Nintendo
these.
Game Boy. This was also the year that the family got Patty Chandler, a Beagle Spitz mix, which they picked up as a pup from their Aunt Karina. Chris grew very attached to the dog, displaying a fondness and arguably a love rarely shown for anything or anyone else.
I would say that's probably the only thing of Chris Chan that he gets 100% a pass from me on, is that his love for his dog that he had. No, that's real. That's the only piece of humanity he had, is that he liked his dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently he got really sad when they had to put the dog down, and okay, he used all of his
Yeah, he
humanity in that
actually
moment.
seemed to really be like genuinely good to the dog.
Yes. Damn.
In his life. In
Bob
1990,
abandoned his two older
Bob
kids, so he's kind of
co-hosted
POS. Oh
a
yeah,
jazz
he's
marathon on
Bob has his levels of being a
WTJE radio.
shithead,
During
but
the
And they
there's
were
a,
like having affairs with each other and shit all the time too, right?
yeah, Bob
Or
was
something
kind of
like
a
that.
dirtbag.
Yeah.
His dick was in many places it didn't belong, and there's a moment, I don't think we're gonna get to it on this one, but it's in the Pickle Man. No, it's when he met that girl at the mall and his dad was with him, and the girl troll confessed that she had more fun talking to Bob than to
Yeah.
Chris Chan.
Well, Bob straight up hijacked his date.
Yeah. He cucked his own son, which is pretty hype. You know?
Yeah, but who got the last laugh there?
Yeah, there you go. I cucked you back. Oh shit, no. Oh no, I don't want to think about that.
program, he displayed his keen knowledge on 20s and 30s jazz music.
Okay, now we go on to performance number 2, which is
20s and 30s jazz music sounds
November 9th, 1928, with Chicago
pretty
personnel
racist to
and Tampa
Jason.
Red's Hokum Jug Band. It's a great group of
There might have
Chicago
been some
musicians,
blackface
Kazoo,
going on in
guitar,
those performances.
Well, that's where Chris Chan learned it from.
Tampa
That's
Red's
true.
guitar,
That's where he
Thomas
first
A.
heard of
Dorsey's
Mr.
on the piano
Popo.
and the washboard. Frankie Halfpipe Jackson.
Hey man,
Vocals
that's
interact to make this a
profound,
great
Morgana.
session.
That's cool.
Listen for some very good kazoo.
I miss my
and
grandparents.
jug.
I feel like I didn't have
And
enough of a
notice how
relationship with my
Halfpipe
grandparents.
Jackson
I was
last
too
played
young.
scat
I didn't really
singing.
get it. I thought,
Very
who are these
unusual.
old dudes?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't realize like how cool they were and like how
1990
much they
also
did in
marked
their
the last
lives.
year of
Mhm.
Chris's tenure
Like
at
being
Greene
too
County
young to
Primary
appreciate
School.
the stories.
For his 4th grade studies, he transferred to Nathaniel Green Elementary School. It was here where he allegedly had very distressing experiences. He asserts that the staff at the school didn't know how
So
to
they
handle
just
autistic
beat him.
children and treated him cruelly. Chris contends that 5 members of
I'm sorry,
staff
it's kind
agreed
of
to
funny.
bringing him down
In
to
the
the ground,
punishment hole
his
from
wrists and
Metalocalypse.
ankles, and audiotaping his cries.
They just
Furthermore,
handed
he
out
claimed that the
wiffle bats to the
principal
kids and they
forced him
took
to sit on
turns
his lap
beating
and
on
said
them.
offensive things to him.
I'm sorry,
But
Chris Chan. I
Christopher
apologize.
resisted, and the advances never went further than that. The principal is also claimed to be gay, which Chris feels justifies his homophobia. I
That
was abused by
follows.
one. A homosexual principal at my elementary school
Oh.
slapped me on his lap,
Actually,
said some
psychologically,
offensive
that
things
does
to me,
follow.
and I felt
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Even though Chris's accounts
Because that's
of
where a
events
lot
may
of,
not be
you know,
verified,
phobias come
it is
from, is
also
when you're a
not
child and
unlikely
you
that an
connect the
event like
dots in a
this
way
could
that
have taken
might
place.
not
Though Chris
necessarily
never
work out
specified the
correctly.
reasoning behind
But,
their
you know, your
attack.
Yeah,
brain
this
says,
gay guy
He
was
stated
mean
whether
to
he had
me,
been
therefore gay
restrained
guys
and
are
being
bad.
assaulted
Yeah.
by the principal were separate or
of course
related
it's
events.
illogical. You
It is
developed it when you were a
possible that he
baby,
may
you
have
know?
been restrained
Yep.
and verbally abused
And even
as a
if you
form
can,
of
like,
disciplinary
consciously
action, and even placed in a scream room,
not
which
think
was a
that
very
way,
common
it's still
school
like your
installation for
instinct.
dealing
Yeah.
with autistic children up until the mid-1990s. Whatever events transpired, it forced Chris's parents to take him away
Exactly,
from
Will
Nathaniel
Shadow.
Green Elementary School. To further things, they took the case to Greene County Court. After the school board threatened to take Chris out of mainstream education and instate him into a special needs school, the Chandlers dropped the case. For the remainder of the school year,
Like, I have multiple
was
baby pictures
homeschooled.
with this exact.
It was around this
It's not
tumultuous
good.
time
In fact, I think I
that
might
young
destroy them
Christopher
all.
had an uplifting experience that would change
I don't
his
know,
Hell yeah, he
there's,
met
like-
Sonic!
There is some evidence
During
that
a
I
shopping
was
trip in
probably on
Richmond,
the
possibly
spectrum.
in December
Yeah, it's,
1992,
I'm gonna be like
but
those
another
dictators that
account stated that it was
destroy the village that they
1989
grew up in.
he came
Yeah, I'm not
across
having
the
any of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Bernstein Symphony Orchestra,
Destroy
a show
all
comprised of
evidence.
animatronic characters that is held
Love to
around
despair.
Christmas time at the
Yeah,
Regency
I
Square
knew you'd
shopping
bring that up.
mall. The conductor,
Yeah,
Leonard
of
Bernstein,
course.
is made to be fully interactive with his audience with the help of a human controller behind the scenes.
Interactive style
On this
robot
blessed
bear.
day, the turnout for the show was weak.
So the Dream
Chris got
Studio
extra
stuff
attention
didn't
from the
stick,
bear.
but this meeting
When
with the
Leonard asked him his
animatronic
name,
bear
the
shaped
person
his whole
controlling
life.
the
Yeah, pretty
animatronic
much.
misheard it and answered back, calling him Christian. The boy took this as a profound sign and felt that he should be called Christian.
Okay. That's rather
In
odd.
order for Chris to continue
This is actually
formal
Lynn's
And
education,
his parents
Stop
just
that.
ran
Chris
with that.
moved to Chesterfield
Yeah, my
County,
parents wouldn't have
where
had that
Barbara
happen.
remained in
They
the
would have said,
family
no,
No.
stop
house
being a
in
weirdo.
Walkersville with Patty, so she could keep working. Christian enrolled in Providence Middle School in Richmond. He looked back fondly over his time here, giving special credit to his teacher Virginia
I
Sanford.
want to talk to her. Is she still
She
alive?
was the most influential teacher in my
Oh,
life.
no.
Probably not.
During my years at Providence
She kind
Middle
of looks like,
School,
what's his
I mean,
name?
I'm sure people have contacted her.
Who's that comedian?
too
Theo
much.
Vaughn. She kind of looks like Theo Vaughn. She's related to
taught me
him.
better
Oh,
social
definitely. All
skills,
these people have been
how to
reached
better
out to.
cope with other people,
Yeah.
boys, and life. With a
To the
positive
point where they
and
had to
fun
probably
tomboyish
like
attitude,
relocate.
she was a
Mhm.
teacher any
You have
child
to
would
have
be most
Chris Chan
proud to
witness
look up to
protection.
and be taught by. He
Yeah.
also forged a friendship with Natasha Turner, a girl a few years older than him. He lost romantic interest in her when he saw her smoking.
Uh-huh.
They would often hang out together at the bus stop. He would sometimes give her money on behalf of his father for her friendship and attention.
Hell yeah, pay
Chris
these
would later
ladies.
realize that Natasha was, in a sense, a friend with benefits.
Possibly, Morgana. That's
She
a real
would stay
thing.
with him and be friendly in exchange for a monetary reward from Bob. Bob knew that his son had little hope in forming true friendships otherwise.
Damn, that's kind of depressing.
Yeah, because then they didn't even have like the resources.
In the fall
Like
of
now, if a
93,
kid is autistic,
Sega,
they
the
can be
video
in
game
like
developer,
a
held a watch
like a
and win
weekend
sweepstakes
program with
contest
other
in
autistic
conjunction with
kids
their
and like
Adventures
learn
of
how
Sonic the
to
Hedgehog
Mhm.
cartoon. The
communicate
lucky
and
winner would
stuff.
get a
Big Brothers
$1,000
programs and stuff
shopping
like
spree
that.
at
Does
KB
help.
Toys. And that winner
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Chris.
Christian is one of only about 100 winners nationally.
Yeah, he
to
was
receive
like
$1,000
one of the
worth of
earlier,
Sega games and equipment.
like
His
before
parents is
autism
just
was
another
like
example
a
of how well he's doing. Christian
a
is
more
a
studied
high-functioning
thing.
autistic child.
He
This past
invented
fall,
it.
On his own initiative, he entered a contest
Yeah,
based on
kind
his
of.
favorite cartoon character.
I had to do was exactly what Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it, and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and I had to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
That's pretty cool.
And Christian's
That
father
is
would only
hype,
take
man.
a
I
few
always
hours
wanted to
for
win a
him to master
contest as a
an
kid. I
electronic
never
game,
won
and
shit
then
when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
dude.
Unbelievable.
Christian won like a lot of them.
Yeah, he had big
This
roach
is the
luck.
first of many competitions
Yeah.
that he entered during his life.
That's
and
what's
has
up, Morgana.
cemented itself
I wish her
as
the
a
best.
likely key reinforcer
Lynn Origin
to his
for
future
sure involves a
sense of
feudal ninja gang
entitlement.
battle in the street, and he's the only witness. Nobody believed him. Well, I
On December
was
29th,
adopted by ninjas.
1993,
They killed my
the Richmond
family, and they
Times
said, "Don't worry,
Dispatch
you'll look
published an
back on this and
article
think it's
about
hype."
Christian's magical encounter with Leonard Bernstein, entitled "It Took a Talking Bear to Give the Name a Young Boy Loves."
There you go.
The boy's father recounts the events of the day. Since this was early in the Christmas season on a Thursday afternoon.
Wait,
the
who
crowd
wrote
was
this?
light.
Bob did?
The conversation
Yep.
between Leonard and Christopher lasted about an hour.
Wait, he was talking to this robot for an hour?
Something unusual happened during that
The
conversation.
dude running that thing
When
must have
Leonard
been like, "Come on, dude, get
in
your
a
kid away
decidedly
from."
British accent asked Christopher his name. The bear must have misunderstood what the boy replied. Leonard started calling our son Christian. What better name for the Christmas season? And the name stuck like glue. From that time
Chris
on,
Chan
for
may
the
have
past year,
invented
his name
autism,
has
but
been
DSP
Christian
made
Weston
it
Chandler.
popular.
Christian's
Chris
very
Chan
emphatic
walked so
about
that DSP could
Bob
run.
also offered up
Yeah,
some
kind
insight
of.
into the family's situation.
The second most
Christopher is a
oversharing
high-functioning
documented
autistic
person on
child.
the internet.
While intellectually, his age level is 12 or 13. Socially, he is around age 7 or 8.
Yep.
He has some behavior problems.
It hasn't
with
really
his
increased.
and relates better with children a
Yeah.
few years younger than him. The Greene County school system was not equipped to teach an autistic child, Mr. Chandler said. The Chesterfield County school system has accepted him with open arms. The article also mentions that Bob had originally wanted to name his son Christian, but had chickened out. It is unclear.
Oh, so
Ooh,
it
so
really
that's-
was fate.
His child Christian.
So that's why it is they
In
were
any
down for
case,
changing it.
The following year, the boy had his name legally changed to Christian Weston Chandler.
Well, you're gonna have to add more
In
to
the
it because
spring
now it's
of
like Christian,
96,
Weston Chandler,
Barbara
Prime,
retired from
Jesus
her
Chan,
secretarial
Sonna Chu.
position at Virginia
Yeah.
Power and moved in with
Magic
Bob and
Chan,
Chris,
I think, is in there.
Oh my
the
goodness.
boy with Patty the dog. In late spring, Chris graduated from Providence Middle School.
He
As a
always
parting
looked
gift,
greasy
Mrs.
all the
Sanford
time.
wrote a personal,
Well, he
touching,
never showered in his
Exactly.
whole
letter to
life.
Chris. Well, it's been 3 years now at Providence, and it's all over. Where has the time gone to? The most important parting words I can leave you with, well,
This
are
is
to
where it gets
always
sad because
remember this.
Chris Chan was
You
a
show
human.
people where
It's
your
hard to
weak
even
points
really
are
think about
located.
that.
Then
Oh,
they
yeah.
will know how to push your button. If you never show them, they will never know.
Well, about that,
I hope you will have an enjoyable summer and come back.
let's
to
go
visit.
back to that. That was prophetic
No,
as hell.
Then they always remember this. You show people where your weak points are located. Then they will know how to push your button. If you never show them, they will never know. I hope you will
Right
have an
over his
enjoyable
head.
summer
Yep,
and come
bounced
back to
off.
visit. Do your very best at
The Chris Chan
Manchester,
DSP meetup
put
would
your best
kick
foot
ass.
forward, and treat
They could
others
play
as
Soul
you wish to be
Calibur.
treated. Love, Mrs. Sanford. The Manchester in question happened to
Maybe
be
Morgana.
Manchester High School,
yeah.
where, according to Christian, he spent the happiest years of his
He's
life.
facing the wall.
Over the course of 4
They have him in the
semesters,
corner
he
of the
studied
room.
Spanish, of which he has a very loose grasp. For class
Here,
assignments,
Christian, here's some
he
pizza. Go
adopted
over
a
there.
Spanish name, Ricardo, a common practice for students in order to better get into character and the culture of the language. However, Christian got too
I forgot
into
my
character
Spanish name in
and
school.
often used Ricardo in class assignments outside of Spanish, and even considers it as part of his real name.
Shit, so he's got 50
When
names.
riding on the school bus, he used to sit right in front of the bus door, so he could always
Exactly,
get off
Rum
the
Brummin. I want to
fastest.
know more about DSP's
However,
childhood.
during his freshman year, he
Yeah.
got into an altercation with another boy who wanted to be off the bus first. He punched Christian in the face, knocking his glasses off. In order to resolve the issue, Chris was forced to take the special ed bus to school from then on.
Yep, had to
which
ride the
deeply
short
affected
bus.
him.
That's cool, man.
He always felt very uncomfortable associating with others whom he called slow in the minds. I ended up with this really worse off mentally
He called
challenged
mouth
person who could
droolers.
hardly ever speak
Bunch
other
of
than,
dun-dick idiots.
That boy bopped me on the back of the head for his own laughs. The special ed teacher who rode on the bus talked with his brother about it, and he kept him from bopping me. But
The
having to put up
bopping
with
streak
his
came to an
nonsensical
end.
slur talk was still just as cringy and horrifying. Ugh. Among his other activities, he served as a water boy.
William is
and
your name in
allegedly
English?
a manager for
Hmm.
the school basketball team. the
Then I'll be
Manchester
Little
Lancers,
Shadow.
along with Joseph Herring, one of Christian's only male friends.
Whatever happened to this dude, I wonder.
Chris had always
Oh, my
gravitated
lord.
towards girls, and at Manchester,
hell is
this was no exception. He had a sizable group
It's a
of
zesty
female
picture.
friends, which he
Yeah, I
dubbed
was gonna
gal
put that up
pals.
there on the
Among
dating
the first
websites.
that he met was Molly Quarles, a cheerleader at the time, whom he
Oh
met
shit,
as a
Christian was hanging out with
He fondly
cheerleaders. Wow, this
remembered
guy's cool.
them being paired up during a matchup event for Valentine's Day. Laura Beth Dorazio was another cheerleader Chris met and fell for. But after he confessed that he had a crush on her, she told him that she would like them to remain just
Yeah,
as
obviously.
friends. Tiffany Gowan was said to be a real good
Yeah, no
girl
kidding,
to Chris,
Morgana.
and he has described her as a bit of a
You get
tomboy
toxified.
and a peppermint patty to his Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Kelly Andes
That's a cute way
is
to
Mickey's
describe it.
crush and says they were high school sweethearts, even though they were never in an actual relationship together. Sarah Bevel was in the same chemistry class along with Kelly.
It's
and
kind of cool that
Chris.
we can have faces
Sarah
to these
had
people.
A boyfriend at the time,
Yeah.
and Chris watched them interact, hoping to experience that kind of relationship one day. It was fun to just watch them.
Oh, there he
flirt
is
with
as a
each other.
Hispanic guy.
I could have learned from that,
Yeah.
but my autism and normal social phobias.
At
held
age
me back
13,
then.
he became Mexican.
Miranda Mitchell was the big brain in
I
the
want-
circle of friends.
Dude, I would give anything for a classic Chris Chan video. The camera starts up, and you can't really see anything. You just see his junky ass room, and then in comes Chris Chan with a white tank top, cholo shorts, and he's got a goatee and the sunglasses, and his head is shaved.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
holy
the
crap!
Flannel shirt with the top button.
Yes, coolest
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
ever. And I would hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
And shared computer graphics.
Hello,
class with
amigos.
Christian. His group of gal
Yeah.
pals were possibly not genuinely interested in a friendship with Chris, but rather stayed with him out of pity or as protection. A later comment made by Chris suggests that the group had made an arrangement with Bob and or the principal.
They had to
of the
pimp
high
these
school.
girls out to be his friend.
Concerning
Yeah.
schoolwork, there is a
Oh,
wealth
man.
of information that has been attained, which helps to refute his previous claims that he held an honor roll streak all throughout high school. For
Oh,
one
yeah.
of his assignments, he had to conduct an interview with his parents, offering some more information about their life experiences.
Yeah, it's crazy how much
For the
information we
question,
have on this
"Why
dude.
did you
Just
choose to
shared
have
all this
children?"
crap.
They
Like, we
answered,
have
"It's nice to
school
have kids."
assignments.
I
somewhere.
would love to see
Adjustments
DSP
did you
school
have to
assignments.
make after
For
your
example, okay, what adjustments did you have to make after your first child arrived? Say DSP was writing this. This would be a 9-page answer because he would have to do a pre-stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He gets a 1-page book report. That's your assignment. He hands in an Encyclopedia Britannica.
first child arrived, they answered, laughter from 4 kids and 3 situations.
Then
referring
again,
to the
though,
troubled past
this
marriages
is
and
work.
estranged children.
Yeah,
So I don't know if
When asked
that
about what
cancels
has
it
been the
out or
hardest
not.
part
It
of
might. It
parenting,
might.
The answer was,
Well,
dealing
he's
with the
definitely
school
gonna have to
system.
pre-stream to himself
In
before
another
he writes it
assignment concerning
down.
Families,
Oh,
Chris
absolutely.
inserted mathematical
Yeah, this
equations
assignment would have
into his
taken Phil
definitions,
5 hours. and
making
then-
them hard to read and understand. For example, he defined a nuclear family as a mother, father, and X is more than or equal to 1 child sharing the
I mean,
same
he's not
household.
wrong,
He also
technically.
described adoption
Well,
as
DSP
a right
would
to raise
argue
a
with
child
that.
who is biologically their own. Christian took part in a parenting exercise in which he wore an empathy belly.
Oh my
to
goodness.
simulate the feeling
This
of
is the
being
start
a
of it right
pregnant
there.
woman.
That's it right
He
there.
wrote a
Yeah.
report describing his experience. Having a belly like a pregnant woman was really an awkward experience. When I tried to get my pencil bag out of my backpack, the belly held me back by putting pressure on my left leg.
Dang.
Luckily, my arms were long, but if they were any
What would
shorter,
Phil's
I would
diorama
have
look
had
like?
a
Diorama
real
projects would
problem to
kick
reach
ass.
the pencil bag.
Oh, well, his
While I
parents
was
would make it
sitting in
for
my
him.
chair, the belly made it uncomfortable for me to cross my
It would
legs.
be like-
And while my legs were separated, it put pressure on my private part, which gave me a
Things would be
strange,
glued
weird
down
feeling.
incorrectly. Say you had
He
a
wrote an
G.I.
essay
Joe
about
figure and that
Japan's
was part of your diorama,
involvement in
it would be
World War
down on
II.
the ground,
It should
accidentally
be
glued
noted
down
that he
there.
addressed
Oh
himself
yeah, it would
as
be all
Ricardo W.
toys that he
Chandler,
already.
with Christian
Cool.
placed
Yes,
in
but-
parentheses.
You got your He-Man
and wrote
there
English
as part.
in
No, I want.
Spanish. The teacher
I kind of want to do that. That'd be a fun project. To DSP child. Man, everything's just turning into DSP. DSP homework assignment. And the project is that you make a homework assignment, just find one online, and then do it as DSP the child would do it. I think that'd be fun as hell. You make a diorama of something from the Revolutionary War, and he's got a bunch of He-Man figures crossing the Delaware. Actually, that's kind of cool. Never mind, that's pretty hype.
justly corrected this. According to Chris,
Hey, big ups, one
the
who
war
waits.
was a very tragic event with guns, insults, and yuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of yuck in war.
The Japanese and Americans had deemed glowering at each other like boxers from opposite corners of a 5,000-mile ring, waiting for the bout to begin.
That's an interesting
So,
way to put
the
it.
US and Japan really wanted to get it on.
Oh yeah, sexually.
He also quoted that President Woodrow
Erotically.
Wilson tried to get Japan to withdraw from Shandong.
I remember at the time,
Christian's essay
FDR
ended
said,
up being
"Ooh,
a
it's time for
mishmash of
men."
events of both world wars.
Yeah.
In addition, he referenced several books. However, all of his findings could be found within the first 8 pages. The
All right.
teacher commented,
Yep.
restate thesis.
Oops.
That's how you did it. It's like, oh, you need at least 10 fucking references in your paper, so you put them all in the second paragraph, and it's like, there we go, now I can write.
Yeah, there you go.
Left for Chris read very bland, such as, I like your clothes, is a very funny and nice person. Okay, funny. You are a nice person. Nice watch. You tell great jokes. And you tell fun jokes.
There you go. This is the lamest ass answers ever, dude.
Writing that there is on record is his 13 lucky writing tips.
Okay.
An assignment for English class.
Does that first one say use retarded written English?
To what most closely resembles Spanish.
Oh, standard.
In
Okay.
any case, it is little more than unintelligible
I
garble.
thought that's kind of bold. Okay,
Use
let's see where this
standard
goes.
English. Do not use contractions in formal writing. You must have a thesis statement in each essay. The thesis statement es el finale estancia de introductory paragraphe.
Very good, very good.
Tu escribes de literature.
Oh yeah, you're
El
killing it out
thesis
here, Chris.
include el llama
Little
de
Chris
author
O.
y llama de work. Los paragraphs soporte y relate que el thesis. Los paragraphs tienes el topic estancias hablan el uniforme.
Little Shadow can
concepto
confirm
del
if this is
paragraph.
correct or not. Maybe he's getting
Los
some
details
Spanish cringe
support
right
y
now.
relate a el topic estancia de paragraph. Necesitas los adecuate soporte details.
I want everything about me off the
Literature
internet.
and
Rapido, rapido,
presente
rapido, rapido.
Necesitas tres
There's gotta be a
mirar
Spanish
de
version.
puente. Necesitas creas muy bien. Tu escribes creas sens y es muy logical. Cheques tu escribir muy carefully.
Very muy carefully.
From the school report, it can be seen that he failed all but 2 of his 14 assignments, earning a D+ for the year.
So not quite straight A's.
Got
At age
bodied.
16, Chris wrote a poem entitled "Song of Christian." For
Oh,
his
look at
class,
this. Look at this
loosely based on
assassin
Walt
footage.
Whitman's "Song of
Yeah.
Myself."
This is Lee Harvey
This is like from an
Oswald.
old martial arts movie.
There you go.
Video form. The video itself is poorly
I
lit.
made a diorama
but
of
there is
D-Day.
much to see
I don't know the
anyway.
Allies had He-Man and Ghostbusters on their side. Well, no wonder they won. That shit's OP.
And you experience as I experience. The problems of yourself are my problems. These are the young singing cries of happiness. The children's
Well, this is a
song
little
is
shadow.
song
He's
of
doing his
laughter.
best.
At
Just the
age
best
6
isn't
weeks,
good.
I sang this song of laughter. Then at 1.5 years of age, the Lord clicked the mute button on me. My song that I sing, although I talk well, my pure relationship is low and my loneliness is off the scale.
What's the loneliness scale?
Beyond just reciting the poem, he pretends to be the enthusiastic host of the Christian Chandler Show.
Dude, I love the Christian Chandler Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Chandler Show.
This is found footage. It's horrifying.
It really is.
This guy went on to sexually assault his mom.
Yeah.
This is pretty creepy, White.
Explore With Us did do a breakdown of the Christian arrest.
Good evening, friends.
Yeah, I want to watch it at some point. We definitely got to watch it.
Chandler Show. I am your host, Christian.
It's so funny,
He
like,
then rambles on about his fascination with
'cause
the
they
Sonic
usually
the
do,
Hedgehog
like,
universe and talks about
major,
Bionic the
like,
Hedgehog, his
horrific
first Sonic-related
crimes, and it's the
creation,
fact that
which he
they're
came
like
up with during
commenting about
basketball
Christian
practice.
is so funny.
That's helped. Of course,
That's good
Tails,
stuff.
that flies, Nicholas, he punches and climbs, and Bionic. Well, you heard rumors about Bionic.
This is a
He's
school
had
project,
fight
by the way.
with a man
His
I
classmates
never
were
met,
seeing
with
this.
basketball player McKay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Dude, me and my friends used to make VHS tapes
He
for
proceeds to rant
assignments.
about receiving an F in English class.
I see about God. That's about time
Thankfully,
sign off,
I didn't.
But, before I go, I just
I don't know
want to
whatever.
say,
Like, those tapes could be around for all I know, but
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh, this is his first ROG out.
I did not even
Yeah.
know I was
On video.
I mean, who knows? It could have been back in old Green County. That stupid place. Eesh. That Green County primary. Actually, it was a nice school, but then it came the thing of Green Elementary. That's why I got the F. Anyway, then many years rolled by. Then you came along and gave me an F. I mean, I started off with an 8, and you just lowered it. I'm getting sick and tired of this lower thing. What do you have against the handicapped children
Oh
anyway?
my goodness, dude.
mean,
I would be
know my
asked.
handicap is
I would be asking the
autism,
teacher,
and
"Can I
I'm
please
not
leave?
afraid to admit it.
I don't want to watch
And
this."
You, Mrs. Bird,
Oh, I would have
think
been
that
laughing.
F is very disrespectful. I mean, I am very emotional.
Yeah, you're right. It would be pretty funny.
Anyway,
I would hang out with him
oh
after
god,
this.
he made a video, yes!
The Christian Chandler Show.
Around the same time, he
Sounds like
made
an
a
American doing
series of
Italian
stop-motion
accent without
videos
knowing
of
Italian,
racists
like
in
Peter
his
Griffin in
Lego-made
Family
town
Guy.
called
Well, it
the
just so
Boppity
happens that
Boopity.
he's a fan.
They were made with a Game Boy camera.
Oh, I had one of
which
those.
produced grainy, low-resolution grayscale photos, or alternatively, low-quality stop-motion video.
No, this was kind of cool because Christian did have a weird sort of creativity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it is important to note that all the racers are named either after pop culture characters that Christian idolized or people he knew in real life.
Yeah.
This is the earliest
Infomaniac.
account of Chris
I know that
using
guy.
people to play out his fantasies.
The biggest trend in kids' toy history
Pokemon.
is multi-billion dollar.
Oh shit! Another start to the end.
Throughout the late 1990s, the Pokemon franchise was spreading across North America, with Chris keeping a keen eye on it. He began playing the trading card game.
He was,
and included
Romy.
illustrations of Pokemon characters in his Spanish homework.
In
He
some
also
ways,
wrote a
I
lengthy
would be
essay
old
detailing
Christian's
how the
friend because
Pokemon
he liked
came
Pokemon
into the
too, dude. I'm a huge
Pokeballs,
fan of
with
Pokemon.
which his teacher
But I
was
think
very
it would be
pleased.
lame to play with this
The
dude
year
because he always had
1999
everything be
marked the
overpowered.
birth
He
of
didn't
his
like
wall
losing.
of originals.
Yeah,
This
and
was
if
a
you beat him,
designated
he's gonna
portion of
re.
the wall,
Yeah.
which displayed Pokemon
So you'd
trading
always
cards
have to
that
let
Chris
him
made
win, or
himself.
else you'd get talking
It featured
to.
original Pokemon, such as a female Pikachu called Chikachu.
That's kind of it.
And
Okay, that's kind of
Plantistic,
clever.
a plant which is autistic.
Plant autistic. All
Chris
right.
himself also appeared several times.
Of course
His
himself.
fascination
Hell
grew to
yeah.
the point that he would dress up as the Pokemon character Ash Ketchum.
Hell
in
yeah, man!
public.
I had an Ash Ketchum hat.
Around mid-1999, Christian launched his first website, a simple Pokemon-themed effort humbly called Quick's Pokesite, cementing the moniker Quick. It was soon replaced by Quick's Pokesite 2 with a new logo design.
Oh, it's a sequel. Nice.
He updated it with personal.
What
and
are these Japanese
Pokemon-related
dudes doing
news
here?
semi-regularly for the next year and a half.
Yeah, that is a
This
good
year also
question.
marked Christian's first visits
Yeah,
to
what-
the game. The
what
next
is
year
the-
and a
What was
half,
that picture?
personal
What
and
is the
Pokemon
context of this picture?
Who are these people he's with?
I assume he must like the dress is so different between these two that I would think, okay, these dudes were at church or something, right? And then
Yeah.
Christian kind of wandered on frame. You know, I'm asking this. What?
Maybe it was some kind of event where people involved in Pokemon
Maybe.
were there and he took a picture with them.
Or maybe he saw 3 Asian people and just assumed
And
these
assumed
dudes are
they created
probably
Pokemon.
related to Pokemon.
Yeah. Hey, it's Miyamoto.
Holy shit! I can't believe it. I ran into you guys at Target.
Hi, Salty Scotsman.
related
I was
news
going
here
Salty Scotsman, big ups.
semi-regularly for the next year and a half.
He was part of a Korean
This year
church for a
also
while.
marked
Okay,
Christian's
okay.
first visits
All
to
right,
the
that makes a
Game
lot of
Place,
sense then.
A game and
I didn't
hobby
even know
store,
that.
which allowed returning customers
Man, I
to
learned a
play
lot
video
about this
games,
dude.
board games, or trading card games. It quickly became his weekly
Yeah, a
haunt.
nerd zone. Hell yeah.
The Pokemon craze was captured on film for Richmond's NBC
Look at all these
affiliates
nerds.
WWBT News. The report featured excited young kids playing the game and trying to explain
Playing on the
phenomenon.
floor? What a bunch of primitives.
I can't explain it, it's too long.
Their bewildered parents standing witness.
I'm watching and
Yeah, exactly,
I still
Wyatt.
have no clue.
You would have to have, if you played against this dude in any sort of game, his mom would talk to your mom about how you need to let my kid win.
Yeah, but then you get paid.
Maybe, but I do want to kick his ass. I want-
So if you had the time to tell me.
To commemorate Valentine's Day of the
Are
year
you still in there
2000,
vaping, Morgana?
Christian wrote a Valentine's Day hymn.
Oh
a
shit, it's
free verse
Gex.
effort in which he reveals that he holds very traditional views on courtship and the predetermined rules of etiquette for men and women.
Oh, that's what's up.
On a date, the man could not pay the bill, so his date slammed her door in his face.
Hell yeah.
The man's coat over a puddle. The maiden walks. Then the man trips and pays the laundry bill.
A lot of weird
Under
antics
the
going on here.
moonlight, the couples of the world kiss. But
Yeah, Trevin, that
unfortunately
was,
for
you
a
know,
few, they are
statistically.
interrupted by their parents. He uploaded it onto his website. 10 days later, Chris celebrated his 18th birthday, a date which he held in the highest regard.
Oh, I'll bet.
Among the guests
You
in
did,
attendance
Javon.
were a
You checked the
handful
comment
of
you posted
Christian's
on the
gal
video?
pals and his half-brother Cole.
Well, hold
Nearly
on a
3
second.
years after the fact, he reminisced about
I'll
the
refresh when
event.
the video's done.
I will never forget my 18th birthday party. It was the best of the rest. The weekend before my real birthday, my mother and I prepared for the party.
We
I
need
was
to
going
convince
host that
Christian
day.
that DSP is a
We hung
humongous
balloons
troll
and
so that he can
streamers
fight
and
Chris,
relay
or he can
refreshments.
fight against DSP in Soul
At the
Calibur.
door was 4 of my high school.
That was a young
amigos,
LTG
and
we
one
saw.
of them brought a friend. We ate pepperoni pizza.
Well, let's
and
go back
really
and identify
was. That
that
would be
bottom lip.
crazy.
As mother lit the candles, I was filling up with ecstasy.
Oh God.
After I blew the candles, I was presented with a big jawbreaker from Kelly, an R.L. Stein novel from Sarah,
That's what's
a
up.
planer with stickers from Miranda, and a rabbit doll with jelly beans from Tiffany.
Hmm.
We watched Good Burger and had fun.
Oh hell yeah.
After they left,
Good
it was
Burger.
done. What did I wish for? I'm not telling.
A
Even though he seemed
boyfriend-free
pleased
girl,
that
I
his gal
imagine.
pals came to celebrate, he was never pictured together with them, preferring to sit alone. He is also photographed wearing a pair of jeans with a suspicious stain on his crotch. Some have speculated that it is dried semen, but it is.
It's from the cake, probably.
Is that the ecstasy that he was filled up with earlier?
Yeah, from watching his mom light the candles. God damn. God damn.
Damn, dude! I can see why his 18th birthday was so special. I can't remember the last time I busted a nut just from having a birthday. Oh wow!
About a month later, Chris was tasked with designing a CD jewel case.
Oh, that was
for
really
his
funny,
graphic design
Christian.
class. On the fateful day, on March 17th, 2000, I wanted to feature on my favorite hit CD cover, lifelong hero, Sonic the Hedgehog, and cute newer character,
Yeah, it was probably frosting or
Pikachu,
something that he
but
just wiped on
copyrighted
his pants.
characters were prohibited from the project.
Probably.
So, in my mind, I pondered and pondered. When it hit me visually, Sonic and Pikachu combined.
Which isn't even necessarily a
In
bad
order to
idea. I
escape
made up
copyright,
goofy shit like
we
this when I was a
combined
kid.
Sonic the Hedgehog
Sure.
and Pikachu to create Sonic.
But I didn't do this
the
right here, what
electric
you're looking
hedgehog
at.
Pokemon, which Christian considers to be one of
And
his
by the way,
greatest
there's the
life
leaf
Wait, what is the
autistic.
sombrero?
I think that's all the types of Pokemon. It's a Pokemon
Oh,
type
no. On
Halo.
the bottom left. What is that?
Oh shit! There's a sombrero Pokemon.
That's what it looks like.
All-time
I think.
favorite Pokemon right there. Sombrero.
I'm not a big. I never really got into Pokemon.
Well, it's
I
probably
don't
one of his custom
recognize
ones.
that one.
Because
True.
This one up here is I recognize this one. This one's the Leaf Autism one.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, and this one definitely is not a Pokemon. I don't know what the hell that is. And this is
Yeah, I don't know what
some
that
sort
guy
of
is.
disgruntled kangaroo. And that's Butterfree, maybe. I don't know.
He's 18 at
The
the
CD
time.
track
Yeah,
list
this
itself
is
consists
horrifying.
of Pokemon, Sonic, and Mario related music.
Ooh, Frank
with
Sinatra's on
intermittent
there? Right
appearances
on,
of
dude.
old-time jazz from artists such as Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby.
And Mario
Undoubtedly
Kart.
an influence
Bing
from his father.
Crosby. Jesus
Another
Christ.
month later, Chris had to document a week of his life for a school project. The result was a week with Christian W. Chandler.
He's got the
a
copyright.
self-documentary,
Oh yeah, man!
which
Don't be
detailed
stealing
the
my
events
shit.
of his life from April 29th to May 5th.
We're gonna.
Oh,
Why did
man.
you? Oh, okay.
The front cover
You flipped it.
features
All
a
right.
blurry photo of Chris and Patty, with a discolored, ghostly Sonic below.
That is kind of
He was
spooky.
in the third person
very,
as followed by a documentary crew.
VHS
On April
horror,
29th,
whatever the
he
fuck they
visits
call that
Brooks
shit.
and
Analog
Dunn to
horror?
participate
Analog
in the
horror,
Pokemon
yeah,
Trading
yeah.
Card Game League. Afterwards, he enters a costume contest, and since he wore his regular
Look at this. Christian is playing around a Pokemon with a fellow trainer. Christian is 18 years old in the cosplay.
And that kid's around 11, probably.
Yeah, 11. And I'm willing to bet Christian is teeing off on this kid. So
he's
this,
either teeing off or he's screeching.
yeah, he's about to get bodied. He's swinging for lethal next turn. And this kid back here, he has no idea what the hell's going on.
Ash Ketchum outfit, he wins
Oh,
and
yeah.
receives a cool t-shirt as a reward.
Cosplay
The
completed.
following day, he talks about packing and moving things from their home in
Yeah,
Richmond to their
analog
old house
horror.
in Ruckersville. The
Oh,
next day,
no.
he goes to high school. He uses a
Duh.
tripod to help take pictures
Are-
of
why aren't they
himself.
Pokemon battling right
During
there?
class,
Analog
Mr.
horror
Ross
because
discussed
there's
the
shit
difference
all
between
over the
Shakespeare's
tape.
world and the real world of today.
That's too creative
Christian
for
rested his
DSP.
eyes after Mr. Goss's discussion, and before the bell rang, Next, he had trigonometry. I'd hate to be Christian when his nerves kicked into action after waking up from a noddy snooze cruise.
What?
But I was. Next was computer graphics. It was great for him today because he got to print his own CD cover.
Oh, this is
Next
someone
was
else
Spanish
writing
2.
this. I was very
He took a
confused.
quiz today, but I think he feels confident in his work. And finally, after a hard odd day, he rides home on a bus. But unfortunately, it had a few slow in the minds on it.
Hey man, that's harsh.
The following day, he repeats the routine of snoozing through class, and that on even days, he eats lunch with Tiffany and Sarah.
Why does
For the
this
following day-
lady look like she's 29?
I know. I was thinking that earlier. She does look much older.
She's
than,
she's
than
a
him.
bartender at a bar. That's what they look
Yeah.
like.
He
Oh my god, it
describes
looked
his
like
daily activities
there
at
was
home,
like an
which mostly
artifact on there.
consist
It looked
of
like
playing
Chris
video
Chan had a
games and
dangly
managing his
earring.
website.
He should
And,
have,
like-
The
man.
next day, he talks about working
Actually-
in computer graphics class and making a mother of
Did he have a
for
clip-on
Barbara,
earring when he
which-
was pretending it was all a joke? He might have.
I think he did.
I think he did. It's Cat.
There, remember Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? I would love to see what they would have done with Chris Chan. They might have just killed him.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm sorry.
I
you're
don't think he
unsalvageable.
would. He wouldn't be on the show because he disagrees with the homos.
Well, don't tell them that's what they're about. You know.
Well, it's called queer.
It's ironic,
You might
Chris.
figure it
You
out.
get it? It's ironic. It's not
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
He gets home. I can't believe they had me on this show where they had
We're homos.
homos. I need to work on my Chris Chan impression.
plans
Dude,
to
his
give to her
like,
on Mother's
I
Day.
love when he
For
rants
the
about
final
the
days
homos.
report, Chris states that it
And
was a
when he
difficult
talks about
Friday.
black people, it's funny.
And then
Duties
all
and
the like
taking part
comments
in
and
a senior
everything
group
are just
photo.
calling him gay.
After the long wait for the
I
pictures to be
am
taken,
not
being crowded like a sardine
Yeah.
surrounded by
Well, now I'm
immature
gonna say
teenage
you
boys,
are.
and having the hot,
Sorry,
hot sun shine
homos.
down on him and everyone else.
I'm not one
going
of
back
you.
To the shady entrance. After the photo shoot,
Oh, what a bummer,
Chris was
man.
picked
You
up by
swear?
his dad. And that concludes our week-long documentary of A Week with Christian W. Chandler, the autistic boy.
Well, that's
that has
very
made it this
fascinating.
far. Close parentheses.
He had fake sleeve tattoos when he tried
Chris
to tell us
wouldn't
all
pass
show.
up an
That's cool.
opportunity to go to the senior prom, so he did, bringing his mother along as a
Hell
date.
yeah, man. Well,
Even though
that
Christian
did
had
kind of
labeled
work out in
set
the
of
future.
photos as the senior prom, it is possible that it was some other social gathering due to the fact that the event is held during the daytime. Looking back on the prom, he claimed that he was naive about dating, unlike
That's
the
got to
other
be the
students.
teachers, right?
I
Out of
imagine.
pity or out of genuine compassion.
Unless Chris
Tiffany
Chan just went
asked
to a
Kristen
school
to
with a
dance.
bunch of old people.
Adults,
Tiffany
yeah.
first, but she grabbed my
He
hand
went to
and
the
pulled
school
me
in the
onto the dance
50s, you
floor.
know, when everyone looked super
See,
old.
this looks
felt
like
hours.
kids.
Yeah.
It was the most
Or at least
pleasant
like
experience of that
people
night,
the right
and I
age for a
thank her
prom.
dancing with me then. He felt that her willingness to dance with him meant that she was attracted to him, and stated that if they were to meet again, they would start a
Oh,
relationship.
really? That's what's up, man.
Graduation. The end of high school.
This is a very
The
funny
end of his
story.
interactions with his gal pals. Most importantly, it was the day Christian had to
Cat
be
again.
recognized for
Where?
his
Oh shit,
achievements.
she's riding frame.
But
She's huge as hell.
unfortunately, this wasn't the case. I only got recognized for my grades with a star pin, yet they had more fancier awards for more important
Yeah, you didn't
qualities.
earn that.
I should have been highly recognized for my artistic talents I showed in my many art classes for the award ceremonies before graduation day.
So I want to pause it here because this is one of the weird intersections with Chris Chan and his narcissism. Because he did have some narcissism to him. And
Oh, big time.
yeah. And it mostly coalesced around art. And he always felt that his art was inherently better than anyone else's art because he made it. A famous case of this is someone made a fan art of Rose Chu or whatever and sent it into him. And it was good art. It was, you know, I could see that being featured in, say, a cartoon or something. It was professionally made. And Chris Chan said, "It doesn't look good. Let me fix it for you."
Yeah, he just rips it apart.
And it looks like shit when he made it.
Mhm.
But how can you have that much arrogance that you can look at something that looks like a production still and say, I could do better than this?
I felt crestfallen greatly from not getting recognized for
Yeah,
any
they
of my
really should
talents.
just feature Chris Chan
I
in the
excelled
Louvre.
in math too, for the love of God. I was so jealous.
Yeah,
I
Remy,
was a
no artist is really
high-functioning
appreciated in their
autistic boy
time.
Who came way beyond out of his.
I kind of wish you could torment ghosts, like just antagonize ghosts. And how I would do
think
this.
you can.
Well, I'm planning to. After Chris Chan dies, I'm going to lobby to have his art shown off at the Louvre, just to piss off his
Oh
ghost.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever read, there's an old 4chan green text called the Ghost Puncher. That's how you torture a ghost.
You punch him?
Yes, I think the dude put like holy water on his hands and wrapped his fists in rosaries to fight off a ghost that had been bothering him in his home.
That's a pretty manual way of doing it. I like it.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of a ghost.
He like geared up. He was a gym bro who geared up to fight a ghost.
That's what's up, man. I bet that ghost left. Didn't want to keep catching
Yeah,
the dance.
according to the story, it
Nada.
worked.
Zip. A big fat zero. I felt so devastated
Yeah,
and
drunks.
out of sync.
Almost
As a
barely.
result of his heartbreak, he only went up on stage to receive his diploma without looking at anyone's face nor shaking anyone's hand. After the ceremony was over, he found himself an unoccupied table, sat by it, and cried.
What a loser.
Eventually, his mother and later Tiffany came to console him.
This isn't exclusive
His
to
father
him.
would look
Well, it
back on
manifests
this
in different
event
ways.
with
Each locale
shame
has
and
hosts that they're an
anger
expert
for
in
years
something.
to come.
A source of discomfort when they're
Christian's
challenged on
time
the
at high
topic.
school, he
Yeah,
still thought
and
of
you get
Richard
some
Ryan,
locales where that's
recalling
everything.
his sweet
But yeah,
memories
DS.
of
Try
creating
explaining to
artistic
DSP
projects
why
for
rollback
class
is
and
better.
frequently
Yeah,
hanging
he'll
out
flip
with his
out. He'll
gal
want you
pals,
assassinated.
all of which
Or
abruptly
even tell him he
ended
should be
with
sitting
that
at a
gloomy,
desk.
Rainy graduation.
How dare you?
But
How
with the
dare
end
you
of
tell
high
me, a
school,
17-year-old
promise
business
of a
owner
new world
or a
in college,
17-year business owner that I
chance
should
for
sit
new
at a
friends,
desk? You don't know how life
new
works.
You're gonna be at a
experiences,
desk.
and
You
the
might
first
as well
steps
put me in
to a
jail.
brighter future.
All right, that's the end of the first episode. Let's see. I posted a comment. I was told to read it. Let's see what happened.
Okay.
There's a reply. He got
yeah.
He got adopted by the Korean mafia. All right, that makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense. I believe you implicit. I'm gonna.
Yes. Can we watch actually, I'll look it up.
I got something queued up if you want to watch it.
Yeah.
I know
I just
you're
have
gonna
a
enjoy it.
short clip that I want to add in here at some point.
All right, here you go. This is for M Bode because I'm such a big fan of the
yes.
dude. This is Humtown talking about Chris Chan.
Oh, yes.
I guess Tom Myers is now an enemy. It's weird because I was able to like trick Tom, and I had the same relationship with Tom that everyone else does, which is like, Tom, great set, which is all anybody does to Tom Myers, and then something.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give a content warning for Cumtown. These dudes do not hold back. They're gonna say tasteful slurs.
I guess like when I showed everybody that Ed Schrader video,
But
like,
we've been
everybody's
talking
gonna-
about that for years. People knew about that.
Yeah, I don't know why Tom has it out for. I've never said anything bad about him,
It's-
other than just like point at him and be like, "You have to see this."
Yeah. Well, we've definitely.
No,
done
not
that.
today, Tina. We're going big time
course,
today.
But it's like so has everybody.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
but I think it's literally when people started tweeting at him that he
Yeah.
realized, like, because he doesn't understand that people are basically making fun of him. Everyone who interacts
Yeah.
with him, but because people would tweet at him, and it took, I guess that's what the sheer.
Also,
volume.
if you're listening to this, don't be mean to Tom.
Yeah.
Like, just appreciate him for being. Tom's not an asshole.
A little
Tom's just an
background.
insane
Tom
person.
Tom Myers
beautiful soul.
is a
Abusive
comedian
towards
that
him.
Nick
It's like
would
going to the
troll all
zoo
the
and
time.
throwing rocks at a
Right.
kangaroo.
Well, it's like Chris
Majestic
Chan.
kangaroo.
It's like some people take it
Yeah,
too
he's like
far.
Harambe.
With
Yeah.
Chris Chan, it's like Chris Chan's just like a retarded man, and he does enough on his own that you can laugh at. You don't have to like threaten him or scare him. There's no reason to do that. Just appreciate him. I don't know if you saw the other day, but Chris Chan tweeted. I have to pull up the tweet because I want to make sure I
Yes,
get the
please
wording
do.
exactly right. But he always needs
Give him his
money.
due.
He's got these ongoing lawsuits with GameStop.
You definitely, Sonic. I'm stoked. Hey, you should be a big fan of this dude.
What
You
was
have an
Chris Chan
intersection with him.
willing to do for money?
Did I show you
I'm
the tweet?
scared.
Did I show you the tweet?
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then he gets people send him money, and it's presumably to keep the lights on at his house. And then he just like the lights still get shut off, and then he's just posting pictures with like new Legos.
He's playing Wii on like a generator.
Yeah. He
Wait, who's
tweeted,
this dude?
Everyone, pull yourselves together, and if y'all want to see another house tour video, $200 directly to my PayPal gets y'all the house tour, inside and outside. No negotiations on the price.
Either Dan Soder or
And,
Jake Flores, I think.
So he wants
He
people.
did a house tour for free, and that's when people saw how fucked up the house he was living in is.
Right.
And then I think like the Department of Health got involved, and then this is part of a tweet thread. The next tweet is, anyone living locally to me in Virginia or visiting Charlottesville, I'll give y'all BJs for money too.
Jesus Christ!
Serious. This is serious. Yeah.
Yo, you know there's one like completely brain broken motherfucker that was like, dude, I'm about to get blown from Chris Chan as a bit.
He's gonna get stung by the cops because of that
Yeah.
fucking sex trafficking law.
Yeah, dude.
It's I mean, I'll give y'all BJs for money.
Y'all want some beat? The word y'all is the funniest part.
There's like a down home BJ, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's like very casual.
It comes with fixins.
Yeah. Beat off into this biscuit.
Why don't you slather my cock up in some cream chip beef and suck it off in some little smokies? Yeah.
I was gonna cook up a mess of BJs.
Why don't you suck this hollandaise sauce out of my asshole?
I don't know who the other dude is.
We're just reckoning to do some BJ in this
I'm just
morning.
passing by old Chris Chan disturbs me. The current version of Chris Chan's
Delicious
lost
breakfast
cause,
time.
held by his henchmen. It's true.
Classic meal.
But thank you for
Hog
swinging by,
Salute.
Sonic. I appreciate it.
Can you just say you're
Yeah.
gonna suck people off for money on the internet?
Yeah, if you're retarded.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the loophole, the legal loophole.
Yeah.
Technically, if you're retarded,
Mm-hmm.
he got us
Just
again.
imagine being part of like working at the district attorney's office that has to deal with Chris Chan and the numerous charges against him for assaulting GameStop employees. And you're going to work. It's like 8 a.m. You make good money, but it's still like. You need to like pull that big file and put it on your desk. Just read about this autistic man that's macing GameStop employees and offering to suck people's dicks on the internet.
Because
for
the
Lego money.
Sonic cardboard cutout is a different color of blue than he likes.
Man, they know a lot of the lore. Good.
Yeah.
That's not the official blue.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he does a mass shooting. That's probably the next step.
You think he's got it in him?
Virginia's got real lax gun laws. I would not be surprised.
You can buy a gun.
He did something way worse than that, in a way.
At the if Chris Chan did a mass shooting where a bunch of people died and it was him, if he got
I don't know. Mass shooting's pretty bad.
70 people, he broke.
Yeah.
or whatever.
No way.
If that happened,
Yeah.
we would all just be like, and that's the show. There'd be
that's all,
nothing-
folks.
There'd be nothing else that could ever top that in terms of like events. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That would be just the great.
Yeah, like Jake Tapper reading about, like
Yeah.
going into the background of it.
They would have to spend
Reading his
years.
manifesto.
They would-
It's
right,
about
exactly.
fucking
They would-
Sonic and GameStop
Right, right.
and shit.
Well, when he lost the competition for the best Parappa the Rapper impression to Liquid Chris, that's when it became clear that Chris was not headed in the right. Sorry, Christine. I don't know if we should misgender her.
Oh shit! Is it Christine?
Yeah, it's Christine now. I love that. I mean, it's so funny. His journey here is because it all started. I mean, he had the comics, but people didn't really know who he was online until he published that video. They're like, "It's wrong to be gay," standing in front of his house. So it's like this homophobic retard.
Y'all want some blowjobs?
Yeah. I'll give you all BJs. Yeah. I mean, it's like. The fact that he wound up, I mean, when he became trans initially, it was like, what the fuck is going on in his backyard, digging up his dead dog, tucking his penis through his legs, saying, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. And it's like, well, I guess this can't get any crazier. He's like in jail and an online Lego prostitute. I go, all right.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute to a real one, Christine Chan.
Yeah.
A beautiful woman. Great.
I'm going to pay Chris Chan to suck the president's dick. London,
And that's how
Olympus.
North Korea.
Yeah,
and
Olympus
South
is
Korea-
nutted.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Mr. President, you're going to want to see this. It's a video of you getting your dick sucked by Chris Chan. What if that's what they had instead of the P tape? It's a video of Trump getting his dick sucked by Chris Chan with Lego money.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That's got to be the worst blowjob in the world, too.
Maybe.
Imagine how fucking bad he is
Maybe
at
she's
sucking
good at
dick.
sucking dick.
He's got,
No,
like,
no
Trump
way.
hair on his pubes.
No way is fucking Chris Chan good at
Yeah,
sucking
you're
cock.
right.
This is up to your monarch. I love
It's got
it.
to be the like the toothiest, like
Truly a very ugly.
not
person.
understanding that it's supposed to be like an up and down motion, just like a side to side action
yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
But
blah 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 blah. But he's never had sex.
Too
He
much
doesn't know how it
thought was
works.
put into
You've
this.
seen the video of him. My favorite Chris Chan
I haven't
video
seen any
is the
video.
one where he's had this series of
See a
like
picture
the
of him.
reason he's gay is because all these 13-year-old boys that have like girl voices like call him up on the phone and pretend to be women to like trick him into humiliating himself.
It's the first one, Morgana.
What a horrible life. Like on both sides.
I know.
You're making a grown man horny.
Yeah, I know.
A grown retarded man is beating off to you, and you're a child.
Oh, I love this world, dude. That's the kind of shit that makes me feel okay, you know?
That is a real problem,
There's
Nick.
there's a place for people like me in this world.
It's
and
the
it's
worst
online.
part of the world.
Anyways, so these kids call him up, and he had this girl Ivy that he thought he was dating on the internet.
Oh,
and so he
God.
makes this video in his bathroom, and he's completely nude. And he goes, Ivy, may I have this dance? And then he's pretending to dance. There's no one there, so he's just slow dancing. But he walks into the frame and his like just disgusting ass, as he goes towards the shower stall. And he gets in the shower stall and it's like tiny fucked up dick or whatever. And it's like stupid body. And the bathroom is disgusting. There's just like grime everywhere. And it looks like Resident Evil. You know?
Dude, a chill just went down my spine.
And so he's like pretending to dance, and then he goes to spin the imaginary girl and loses his balance.
No.
Yeah.
And he posted it?
Yeah, he posted it. Let me see.
It was for Ivy's eyes
Oh
only.
my god, dude! It's yeah.
That does sound really funny and horrific at the same time.
He drops the invisible woman.
I'm so glad I didn't have access to the internet until like 7 years ago.
Yeah, dude, kids today are fucked.
Yeah, I mean Nick is fucked. Like even like people, all my friends that were like early internet bros. There's a part of them that's like a little too fucked up. I
Yeah.
think.
Would you say so,
Were
Imbo?
you a big internet guy, Jake?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was as heavy into the like.
And
the
it's only
weird,
getting
like,
worse.
When did you get internet as a kid?
I don't know, it was like
Yeah, here's
30.
Yeah, exactly,
a
Rebel.
video of him eating his own cum.
No, man.
No. He recycled, man.
But he was like coming because for a while he was eating his own cum.
That's for us by us.
Oh fuck, dude, no.
Yeah, that's a real fast Uber.
It's true for Subu. Jesus.
Anyways,
Christ.
yeah, he was eating his own cum for a while because he thought it like I don't know. He's like you're not supposed to
mystical
nut or
properties?
something. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like-
So
it's
here's
like
the oh great, they got a transcript. He's in his green bathrobe. This is for my sweetest Ivy's eyes only. Chris holds up a small disposable cup made of clear plastic. A thick white liquid rests in a thin layer along the bottom. Here's some of my
Oh, no.
cum. I just masterboarded out. He points.
Masterboarded?
Yeah, he says things wrong.
Okay.
He points at his own semen in the cup and brings it
hate
even
this
closer
a
to the
lot,
camera.
dude.
About to that much. That's usually a lot. Chris holds a can of Fanta orange soda near the camera. He wears his Amni Fest
Reading the
ring on his hand.
transcript.
Couldn't find any chocolate syrup, but I have some orange soda.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Why do you need chocolate
Well,
syrup?
bottoms up, and then
Oh
yeah,
no, dude.
yeah, it's him drinking his own cum.
Fuck. That sucks so much dick. That is horrible.
He's doing like a shot. Like he's at fucking Hooters.
It is fucked up that is just accessible.
Yeah, no, here's the video of him dancing in the show.
I would like to watch that.
I'm trying to
like a
find it.
shallow
I just
shot.
see
Bet you
screen
would.
caps. For whatever reason, they only have the audio of the.
Oh fuck.
The original ones were on Slut Load. Oh, here we go. Can be
Slug load?
Slut Load.
A slut load. The pornography site.
Yeah.
A pornographic site.
Play video. Here we
I like to beat off to
Let me
pornography.
see if I can get the audio. for the
am gay.
Nice.
I only beat off to
I'm
gay.
gay.
I'm gay.
I'm a homosexual. Oh God. That is fucking. Oh.
May I have this dance?
Oh no!
That looks like the
dude.
bathroom from Saw.
Yeah, it really does. No, his little dick is fucking weird dick. It's little and long. I don't get it. Oh no!
Ballroom dancing in a bathroom.
Stuff can't handle the truth.
Fuck.
He's not strong
He
enough.
looks like Eldis, actually. Like, if you told me that's Eldis's body, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, this guy's a scrub for your Monarch.
Good lord. Is this... Did he shave his little pubes? What's going on here? Is he stopping? Is he kissing?
I'm waiting for the part where he loses his balance. Yeah, he's pretending to kiss.
Oh, he's trying to kiss her. Oh! The close-up on his cock is brutal.
I don't know, that video is so funny. This is how fucked up the shower is.
Where'd the balance? Where he didn't fall?
It's when he hits the shower curtain. I don't know.
You make yourself an invisible woman in your imagination you could do anything with, and then you're like ballroom dancing.
This set of pictures showing Chris where his nudes that first came out were so funny because he would take flaccid pictures of his penis, which is just like they look like medical photos. You know, I mean, like even if you got a fucking small cock like that, you still like
Plump it up.
get it hard, figure out an
course.
angle
The
or
light.
whatever, do something. You know, right? Women know how to put on makeup, figure out how to take a better dick pic with.
I
your shitty
contour
dick.
my dick.
Yeah. You know, so it's up close these fucking terrible pictures, but then also just pictures of his ass. He thinks that's what women want to see is a man's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salute to a real one.
Yeah.
You know,
Showing
whenever a
cheeks
new
off.
iPhone comes out, they make a billboard that's like taken with the iPhone X.
Yeah.
Just a man's ass. Like, wow, you can see his pores.
Yeah, taking pictures of his bent dick in fucking portrait mode. This new iPhone X ads make everybody look like an asshole though, because it's like it's a selfie, but it looks like a headshot, and it's like taken on the iPhone X. It's like, why are you taking pictures like that of yourself?
Yeah.
You
Why are
know?
you trying to make yourself look like you're in a
For the bitches.
history
You're supposed to
book.
take shirtless pictures of your muscles.
Yeah, to send to gay
Send
men.
them to people you thought you could trust. That's what you do with the iPhone 10. Not these backstabbers. these random backstabbers who I haven't interacted with for more than 5 minutes.
No,
I can't wait
no
till the
kidding,
Skype
Salty
screen
Scotsman.
caps start coming
Oh
out,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah, it's me ballroom dancing in the shower. Hello, Richard. May I have this dance?
So Morgana's asking about Cumtown. Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, it's the best podcast that there ever was and ever will be. It's just like 3 comedians hanging out, and like there's really good parts. Like the Christian stuff is really good. They have really good bits. The real gold of it is the impressions. Like Nick is really good at impressions. Stav is really good at laughing and being, and Adam is really good at being Jewish and thinking he's smarter than he is. So they go back and forth on that, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I still love it. It's over now, but like it was really good and still is to listen to.
The one of their best ones, Morgana, is look up Cumtown Jackass. And they
The Jackass one's really good. There's one about the singer from Cream. What's his name? He wrote that song because his son fell out of a window.
Ned
The fuck is
Stark?
it? No, I'll think of it later.
Theo Vaughn wasn't on there, but he interviewed Stoff one time.
Yeah. They were Chapo Trap House adjacent. Eric Clapton, thank you. There's a big interview series about Eric Clapton and how all of his songs were actually about how he wanted to be a giant robot and have a man live in his ass.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the kind of stuff we're dealing with here. Most of the characters are like gay Donald Trump or like someone with Down syndrome. It's really it's highbrow stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
it's-
really funny.
Kind of like how I like to use DSP as a springboard to making different little skits that I do, little improv skits. They did the same thing, but they just did homosexuality. Every single person that they talked about is, hey, what if this person was gay? How would it look? You know, and
yeah, pretty much.
It was
it's a lot of that. It's
it
a lot
was
of calling
hilarious.
each other gay. It's like yeah, it's just like classic bullshit comedy.
It's fun stuff. We should
But
develop a
Nick's
dynamic. Like that.
impressions really steal the show.
There's
If it wasn't for the impressions.
I like
It wouldn't
I like
be as
Nick's
good.
delivery. He's got a very dry delivery that I enjoy. I wish I could have something like that. He never really laughs at himself, and that's a problem I have. Is I find I say things that I myself would find funny, and so I laugh. Whereas he kind of doesn't.
Yeah. There's a good one he did about the Batman. They did about the Batman villains. That's really funny.
Yeah, come Ishiner Gordon or something.
Yeah, come eat Shiner Gordon is the highlight of that one. I think Nick laughs at that.
Yeah.
There's one where like he keeps cracking up and he's like, we gotta cut this off. Like this isn't funny for anyone at home. I think there's a gas leak in your apartment, dude. And then they just end it. But yeah, it's really good. And they did a good series about the Epstein stuff, which is just it's like really funny, but also like pretty well researched.
You think Come Town would return? I looked it up and says it ended. I don't think no.
There could be a reunion time. There is, but Stav is actually trying to be like a real comedian. So I don't know.
No.
The current thing is the Adam Friedland show. It's not as good, but there are some good. I've seen some good clips. So Nick and Adam continued to work together. Stav is doing his own thing.
And it's a tragedy because it would be fun as hell to send them stuff on LTG. These
I
dudes
know,
would
yeah.
love
All
LTG.
of this stuff. Yeah.
Because it's basically doing their work for them. They could just play clips of LTG saying he's going to stick his dick in people's asses and stuff and say, well, there you go. There's the joke.
Yeah, they don't even have to do anything.
They can sit back and watch it.
And like I want to hear Stavs call DSP a fucking loser. Because he would. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it. That's a bummer.
I'm happy that it happened though, and there's a lot of episodes, so
yeah.
There's still plenty to go through.
And they're all bangers. Every single one that I've watched, I've enjoyed.
I wouldn't say they're all bangers.
The
Some
ones that
gold
get
in each
preserved are all bangers.
Yeah. The clips, the real bits are really good, but because like there's episodes where they just have nothing. They just like talk about current events a little bit, and then like the cat throws up, and that's half the episode, and then like they talk about what they're gonna get for lunch, which is still like funny, but like
it's not legendary.
I wouldn't show it to people. Yeah.
No, definitely.
So what else we got here?
What was that thing you were gonna send?
Oh yeah. Hang on, I got it. It's very short.
Okay.
Hang on
Clean this up
here.
a little bit.
Hang on, I got to squint at my monitor across the room.
I just got a donation.
Yeah, got to make sure this is a real tip.
There's
I
a
hope
thing
I
that
said the
Matt
right
McMuscles would do. I think you would, if you would like their dynamic of Come Town, I think you'd kind of like the dynamic of Super Best Friends.
I'm gonna have to start watching them
because it's a little different. But what I really liked about them is that they had the perfect formula of shit talking each other in such a beautiful way. And Matt is the hero of the show because he's kind of like Nick in that he had this perfect ability to draw the funniest thing out of any situation, and it just works so perfectly.
Yeah, because I am a Matt McMuscles enjoyer.
He's funny as hell.
It shouldn't be too hard to get into that. I just need to think to put it on.
The Wooly shit. Whenever they would shit on Wooly, funny.
Yeah, that's because like shitting on Adam is like
And Wooly wouldn't even be there. He would.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
And
like
they would-
Adam's not even there, and they're just talking shit about him.
and it was kind of funny because it was the same dynamic that happened with DSP and John, but funny, where they would say a bunch of shit about Wooly and talk all this mess, and people would go on social media and say, "Wooly, why did you do this thing that they said you did?" And Wooly would be perpetually on the defensive and not know what people were talking about. And what makes it extra funny is Wooly's the coolest dude. It's I don't know. He was, I guess, just easy to bully. Can you do a Chris Chan impression? Let me see. Well, let me practice a little bit. This is going to be freeform practice. Hello, this is me, Sonichu, coming to you from Ruckersville, Virginia, and we're going to be playing DSP Simulator. Now, come on, now, don't say I'm gay. I'm not gay.
Not bad.
All right. I'll work on it. I'll workshop it. Because he has a lot of weird cadences. He's got 4 different accents that he kind of cycles between.
Yeah.
Did you send me the thing? Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. I apologize.
I did, yeah.
All right, let's see this.
It's very short. It's a YouTube short.
All right, YouTube short. Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's Chris Chan's GameStop incident.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, this is a historic ass event. My favorite part is the line he says at the end.
Don't call anybody.
That's it.
Don't call.
So he was coloring in Sonichu's arm with a blue marker, and they were telling him to leave, and then on his way out, he misses that guy in the yellow shirt.
Don't call anybody.
So, let's replay this, and I want you guys to pay attention to the man in the yellow shirt. Just follow his movements more than anything. As soon as he comes in frame, I mean.
Don't call anybody.
A very casual macing.
Yeah, for real.
It's like a hitman maneuver if everyone wasn't already looking.
Yeah, well, it's me when I play it, man. I just take people out in front of witnesses. Y'all didn't see anything. Okay, so why I mentioned pay attention to the yellow shirted man is that Chris Chan, very much like all lolcows, like DSP, his stories often reflect a sort of victimhood that requires renegotiation with history. And so Chris Chan reports this incident very differently from the video footage you have. His version of the story is this dude in the yellow shirt basically started, throwing him around, came up on his ass and started shoving him and shit, which you see did not happen.
Yeah, he barely took a step toward him.
Yeah. Chris Chan, in his narrative, he feared for his life when this dude was just kind of standing there. And so that's how the thing that you brought up earlier, Mbo, is that you can't even really trust him as a narrator. Any of the stuff is basically a lie because we've just seen that he will lie about things that are documented.
Yeah.
Good moment. I like the don't call anybody. Well, he told us not to call anybody. Should we call someone?
He was arrested for that.
Yeah. Welcome. You sounded like the other guy in Phil WWE show. Oh, you mean PPP? How's that going, by the way?
I call him Triple P.
Should we check in on? I'm not checking on. DSP's had enough presence on the show.
Because if we start doing that, then we'll never get through anything.
Happy Easter.
I will check in the background.
All right. See if he's butt naked or something, dancing with Ivy or something.
Yeah, if he's doing the
Phil, you can do it.
The Julie.
Phil, we
PPP
want you to
get
do
him to
more
do
Chris
that,
Chan
maybe.
impressions.
Oh, they haven't even started yet.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, what's up?
There is an idea to have a roast of DSP and I think people already relayed that message to Triple P. I call him Triple P.
Oh, okay.
And because he would be the one who would be able to do it. So imagine a roast of DSP and like It's a Gundam and like Moist Critical and Asmongold show up.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love it. I know that
Keemstar razzes them. It's just friendly razzing, right? You guys are best friends now.
I think that'd be really fun. I think it'd be fun to have two versions of that. First of all, I would like the version that's just them doing it. But then what you could do is you could do the detractor version and cut out DSP's responses and just put that in response to whatever you say. You know?
Yeah.
He laughs awkwardly at Keemstar, and then, you know, you got Piece of Peace saying that he should kill himself, and then you cut to DSP. You know, that would be funny as hell. Logan was talking about this one time. He was talking about how it'd be fun to do a series where it's the roast of DSP, and every detractor sends in maybe a 3-minute bit shitting on Phil and compile it all together.
Yeah.
Logan has a lot of cool ideas that he never executes, which that's not a criticism because that's me. I do that too. 90% of my ideas never happen. And he's got some good ones.
Yeah, I got a ton of ideas I'm never going to know.
Yeah, it's for you guys. You go do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. I need
you
someone
do it
more talented.
and then send it to me and I'll laugh at it. How about that? Sound like a good deal? We got another Christian Without Context video. You want to watch this real quick?
Look at it.
Oh
God.
Uh-oh. This is
Look
from the
at it.
NSFW.
I'm having sex with 3 women, and you know what? The one in the middle is half and half. I got a fish. Would you like to make a wish? I got a fish.
I recycle my own semen. Every page, every word on the discussion page is a crook.
I hope so, Cardinals.
This makes me really angry.
Oh, he's going beast mode.
You know how it makes me angry?
Oh, I remember this. Clyde!
Clyde.
Oh, I love
We are
this.
going to be together in the near future.
Oh, we don't get to
are
see
going
it.
No. That's a
We're gonna lose
preview
our
for when we go
virginity
into
to
Clyde
each
stuff.
That's going to be awesome.
I love this one.
Oh, you hear me? You are dead. You are dead.
Oh my.
I got a goddamn motherfucking 6-inch cock with 4-inch diameter balls. I hope.
This is something for the ladies.
This would be in my super mode.
I believe you,
If
Christian.
I actually had the superpowers. But I don't in real life. Oh, and how about this? I get angry! I hate Christian Western Cheddar because he is a lazy slob. The money is wasted on him. He doesn't have to work for this money. Damn him.
This guy spent so much time just kind of
Throwing up
roughhousing.
Elon moves.
Hell yeah, man. Look at this. He pioneered this.
Throwing Romans.
Look at this. Super Sentai kind of went downhill when they brought in Christian.
And just so you know, the previous video
The
was
Cum
also
Ranger.
dedicated to a little girl who accidentally
Uh-oh.
found the ED page. Her name was Shane Chong.
Come on, dude. Go with the program. Nobody wants to see these
I'm sorry, we gotta go back and watch that one. Not this.
And just so you know, the previous video was also dedicated to a little girl who accidentally found the ED page. Her name was Shane Chong.
Come on, dudes. Get with the program. Nobody wants to see these nips.
Yeah. And you know, I look forward to the eventuality of you and me having our sex time together. I'll do my best to pleasure you and keep you satisfied.
All right, man. Hot.
Just for you. Just for you.
What woman wouldn't take him up on the offer?
I promise you my undying love and devotion. I promise you my heart, my soul, even my virginity, and all my romantic ways, and all my emotions, my undying emotions, they belong only to you.
Oh man, that's some rough stuff. All right, you ready for the next dose of, or do you want to watch this Derek thing?
We could watch the Derek thing. It's
All
very
right.
short.
All right, so there's a brief moment here. We're gonna take a side to discuss Derek. Derek's a disgusting creep. If you guys don't know.
Content. I wonder why Derek is following a 17-year-old that does that.
Huh.
I wonder why. And this is another.
This is
person
from
that
Dyson
Derek's
Friends, by the way.
following.
Big
so
ups.
this is Alexa, and right there, she's 12, and she's representing Calgary, so she's within the country too. And you see her handle there, JR_reporter YYC. Remember that. You got
Okay.
Derek. Happy New Year and happy 2021, Alexa. How is Mountain Lake ice skating? My 19th birthday is in 8 more days on January 12th. Happy
He's still
holidays,
Derek
Alexa.
posting. My birthday is in
Santa
8 more
milkshake.
days on Jan.
5 more days until Christmas 2020. Derek.
I feel
want
like
the
Derek would be
holidays for you,
fascinating
too.
if we just had more info on him.
Now, ready for this? Remember, this person is 12, and Derek says this to them. Ah, so do you do a lot of hugging and cuddling time with your family this Christmas?
Never mind. I don't want to know anything more about this guy.
The person he doesn't
was
know
gonna
and
say.
is 12. Then Derek, I love you, Alexa. Big fan. Misu and his brother Riki are awesome too. Her brother was actually my air cadet squadron. So that's really creepy that he has that
So
connection.
Morgana,
right?
he was discussing
And she's a
multiple topics,
reporter
but this was
for
the only one I
CBC
wanted to watch.
Kids News. So this is where it really goes off the rails here. So Derek, I've never had a winter picnic by a frozen waterfall, Alexia. If I had a picnic, I would probably have it during the summertime. How was your winter picnic? Alexia, it was amazing. The weather was perfect for a picnic. Alexia, how was the food and drinks? That cake
the
looks
hell,
good.
man?
Did you make it? And what was the name of the yummy cake? I also never had cake in a wine glass. Did your brother want to come to the winter picnic? 2 more days until my
Dude,
birthday
no.
on the 12th of January. 1 month after my birthday, said Alexia. And Alexia, everything was delicious. My mom made the cake. It's a forest fruit cake with cream cheese frosting. The glass cutting is a fun hack. Yes, of course, he had a great time. Now, you ready for this? Remember, this person is 12, and they work for CBC Kids News. So Derek, there's no way he doesn't know this person is young. Alexia, if you ever come to Markham, Ontario, me, you, your brother Mishu, and Riki all go on a winter picnic. I'm sure me, Misu, and Riki would all like to try the forest
Dude.
fruit cake with a cream cheese frosted in the wine glass.
I agree.
Yeah.
I guess
Paco.
you are what you eat, right? Fruitcake?
Ah,
But this
ack,
is the
ack, ack.
creepiest thing ever. He's trying to get a 12-year-old to go on a
Don't worry,
picnic
Morgana,
with
we're
him,
almost done.
Probably in the forest.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying.
almost over.
Probably the last
Yeah,
thing you ever see her.
we don't plan on
Then we
covering
got
Derek
Megabyte
much.
Ronnie, 2021.
Okay, we're done.
All right,
now
that's
now it's just time for men.
Yeah, so Derek is like an actual creep. Like he didn't get caught in a sting yet, but you know,
No, it's a very bizarre intersection that he has with DSP, because DSP, he's always looking for a W in his life. And of course, DSP just decides that everything is a W. But this was one of the easiest W's you could do, is just ban his ass. And he fought tooth and nail not to ban him. That's crazy to me. But I don't know. I'm not a business owner. I don't know how life works.
yeah, that might have been part of the reason he got banned. I think it was probably for posting porn, but I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, because he also harasses the shit out of women. He harasses
Yeah.
the shit out of women.
And men.
Yeah, and two. And he doesn't he's largely incapable, at least that I've seen so far of Derek, is that he doesn't understand social cues or dignity or anything. When that one porn star killed herself, he was saying stuff like, "I'm so sorry that she died.
I loved her in this scene.
Yeah, I loved her with this
yeah.
one." And I think he posted a link to it. so he doesn't care about these people that he's gooning to. They're not even really people to him. They're just these, I don't know, just these accessories to his addictions. Yeah, he's messed up in the head, man. He's got real issues. And yeah, we're not going to cover Derek that much because there's really nothing to discuss with him.
No.
He's just a disgusting creep.
Yeah, and there's plenty of other people who cover.
Yeah, far more interesting. The only
I'll let
times I
them
enjoyed
handle it.
Derek is when he tried to talk back to DSP. He did. He kind of had a spine sometimes where Phil would shit on him and Derek would snap back.
Yep.
That was fun.
There were a couple.
All right, so we got Comprehensive History Part 2. Let's go. Yeah, exactly, Spurs fan. The Trolls will win.
What made him this way?
What made him this way?
What is the attraction?
I like all the clips of him jumping up and down screen.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Do it, Phil. Or do it, Chris. Just scream. Yeah, exactly, for your monarch. Gross as hell. I agree, Fourth Rider. But this is a good advertisement for this series. How many parts are there now?
The Chandlers came back to their family
85
home in
parts.
Ruckersville,
Holy shit.
And in August, at the behest of his parents,
That's
Christian began
insanity.
attending Piedmont, Virginia Community College, where the highest level degree students could attain was an associate degree. Perhaps spellbound by illusions of grandeur, Chris chose to study marketing, but Bob quickly transferred him to a computer-aided drafting and design degree, in the hopes that it would be a better fit for his challenged son and his future. According to the PVCC handbook of the time, this was a 2-year degree, worth 15 credits. In
Yeah,
addition,
no kidding,
he
Morgana.
took English classes,
A Disney Channel movie that Derek masturbates to.
Apart from study, he continued to develop his Pokemon website and added more cards to his wall of originals, creating cards representing, among others, his beloved Sonichu.
Hell yeah, Sonichu, man.
In October, he launched Quick's Sonichu site,
Of course.
a website devoted to his original
Grandeur.
character. Over the course of the year, the Sonichu family grew. He created Soni, Sonichu's pre-evolutionary form, and dedicated a
Yeah,
trading
Little
card to him.
Shadow. I got kind
He
of
also
bored
gave
because of all the
Sonichu a female
mundaneness.
companion,
I preferred the
Rose Chu,
highlights.
based on Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise.
Because it would be stuff
After high
like,
school, contact
the
with the
Trolls
Scout House
posted
was
this
lost,
on his
apart from
ED
Kelly.
page, and he responded
claimed to
by
have
making
called her
this
every
video,
weekend
and all the
for
video
about a
says
year.
is, that's not true,
For
take
Christmas
that
of that year,
down!
Christian made
And
her
then
a
the Trolls
CD
uploaded
entitled
this, and
Songs
he
for
uploaded
Kelly
a video that
as his
said,
gift.
that's not true, take it
He
out. Oh, this is
incorporated
getting kind of
a
boring.
mini
I love
Sonichu
when
into the
Gino like uses the
Winter of two-
punctuation in the writings.
Yes.
Those are like that. I just love. He's dedicated the whole time.
He
One of my,
is.
this was I forgot about this for a while, but one of my favorite Chris Chan episodes was Jenkins Jenkies, when he made the fake troll
Yes.
persona to try
Yes.
to get into the troll inner circle, and they all knew it was the whole time.
It was hilarious.
It's just so good.
It reminds me of when DSP didn't he recently do that where he tried to pretend to be someone else? Oh, the well,
He's
I don't
done
know.
it a lot. He did it a lot on the forums,
Yes,
and people were just like, "We know it's you, Phil. Cut it out."
it's hilarious. I think LTG. I don't think LTG's done it, but I know Cyrax did it as well, where he pretended to be someone else and defended himself.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Chris Chan with like masks on and shit too, like, posting it on his own shit, pretending he's someone else.
Someone broke into Chris Chan's house, wore his clothes, and made
Yeah.
videos and uploaded it to his account. What a psychopath, man!
Yep.
Holy shit! I fear for your life, Chris Chan.
Rose Chu, based on Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise. After high school,
Yeah, that's
contact with
exactly
the
it for
Scout
Monarch.
House
Thank you
was
very
lost,
much. That was it.
apart from Kelly.
Yeah.
He claimed to have
I
called
don't
her
think
every
that was
weekend
him
for
though. I
about
think
a
that
year.
was a Dan.
For Christmas.
I also think that it was Dan.
There's no proof, but I'm pretty sure it was.
That's where I'm putting my money on as well. And pretty much the only thing that it makes me think that is a lot of the time periods didn't really line up. And, you know, you can't say necessarily, well, he's stupid because he exposed himself. Well, no, he's stupid because he's a DSP fan. That automatically makes them dumb and prone to doing stupid shit. It doesn't prove that it's Phil.
Of that year, Christian made her a
And
CD
DSP's
entitled
lazy too.
Songs
That's another.
for Kelly as his gift.
DSP's
Too much
laziness.
work.
Yeah,
Incorporated a
it's a
mini
pretty
Sonichu into the
ironclad
artwork.
defense for DSP is that he's too lazy to
Winter
do
of
this shit.
2000 is also significant, for that was when Chris created his Sonichu medallion.
Hell yeah,
with
first
Crayola
one,
Model
limited
Magic
edition.
and acrylic paints. Late 2000, I bought some
It always looks
Crayola
so
Model Magic
nasty.
clay, and I molded and crafted the
Look at
first
that, it
original
looks like it-
Sonichu
he
medallion
wiped his
that I
ass with
wore
that.
around my neck with a makeshift chain, which I later replaced with a better necklace I bought from Pacific Sunwear at my mall.
Oh, big ups.
He would rarely be seen without it.
Yeah,
The
who wouldn't
following year,
want
He continued to develop the lore around
date a guy like
Sonichu,
that?
which included creating an offspring for Rosechu called Rosie, and designing an Archie Comics cover for Sonic the Hedgehog vs. Sonichu. For his mother's 60th birthday, he made her a cake with Sonichu on it.
Of course.
In July, he filmed the City of Quickville tour using the stop-motion feature on his Game Boy camera. The town
Oh
in
shit, it's
question
Spew.
was his yet unfinished Quickville made of Lego. He still hadn't settled on a naming system yet, so he spells it in two different ways. First with an I,
The
then
cursed
with an
object
I
is
and a
born.
K. The tour is
Yeah.
led by a Lego incarnation of Christian, and he shows two landmarks.
I
of the
heard
town. The water tower.
Nick
and
Rekieta
go-kart
pled
pass
guilty in
before
court.
The video abruptly ends, possibly due to the Game Boy camera only having the
Another
capacity to
wearer
hold
of the
30 frames at a
medallion.
time.
I want to try it.
In August,
I don't know.
I want to
man.
try it, man.
he was
I think
mostly
I
in
can
charge
take
of
it.
cleaning trays,
But then that's the
tables, and
hubris.
carpet tile flooring, keeping the place neat
Right,
and
yeah,
serving
yeah, you're like
customers
rife
with
for
kind,
it.
understanding
Yeah,
help.
so it's gonna hit me
He
pretty
alleges
hard.
that he never quite saw eye to eye with his supervisor, who disagreed with Chris's way of operating.
Stupidly and
According to one
badly?
supposed event, he got his uniform dirty, and despite it being likely that he could have swapped with a clean spare at the establishment, he proceeded to continue to work with his sullied attire, and even attempted to wash it in the bathroom sink.
What a dork.
According
He
to
actually
Christian, a
tried to
female
get a
coworker
job,
gave him
though,
a
which
hard
I
time,
do
pelted
respect.
him
Yes.
with criticisms and insults, perhaps mistaking her constructive criticisms for attacks against his person. He also admitted he took breaks frequently, neglecting other duties.
What a hero. Never mind.
Chris was fired
Chris
from
Chan's the
Wendy's in
coolest.
September or October 2001.
I mean, at
for
a job
number of
like
possible
that.
reasons.
Yeah.
One of the most popular motives for his dismissal was that he performed a Donald Duck impression to a child at the restaurant, bringing him to tears.
I kind of believe
In
that.
other accounts, he said that he was fired after he drew an unflattering caricature of an older female coworker.
I also believe that
His
too.
termination
Sure.
was likely a culmination of these events.
HR had
It
a
was also
damn
around
file
this time
cabinet.
that Chris ended his weekly calls to Kelly. He gave conflicting reasons for this. He first stated that he suffered from noviophobia, a term he coined, which he defines as a fear of speaking to a woman who may already be in a relationship,
That's
which
beyond
convinced him that his
stupid.
calls were in vain. Initially, Chris stated that he was told by his mother that Kelly most likely already had a boyfriend, so he might as well quit his attempts. But later, he changed his story, saying that he came to that realization all by himself. In other retellings, he said that he simply forgot to call her one weekend,
It's-
and after he broke the routine.
I'll say that when it comes to DSP versus Christian, I do think that in some ways you could have DSP, because DSP, what he's always wanted was a friend. He always wanted basically a friend who would stick by him and let him do whatever he wanted to you, and you would just be cool with it. He basically wanted a silent Bob that he could bully all the time.
Pretty
And-
much.
Yeah. And I think I could have filled that niche personally because I would have loved to just put up with it just so I can watch him play games badly live. You know, it's a live show.
Yeah.
Why
and
would-
then maybe like hide his keys.
yeah, just fuck with him every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'll be that monkey, DSP. But with Chris Chan, what he always wanted was just like a sex bomb. Someone
Oh
who's
God, yeah.
yeah, he just wanted
He did.
a mom,
So-
take care
So
of everything.
does Phil, actually.
Yeah, but
The
you know,
mom wife.
yeah, mom wife. And there's no way you could have positioned anything to make that role be filled. Because no one's gonna want to do that. No one wants to be a sex mom for a dude who just plays
Yeah.
with Legos all day.
What
and
did they
doesn't
call it on
bathe.
Always Sunny? A bang maid.
There you go.
What you need, Frank, is a. What you're talking about is a bang maid. He's like, yeah, that's what I need.
Christian spent a
Chris Chan
tearful
agrees.
21st birthday. For some reason, he was kicked out of English class
Isn't it
by
great
his
for your
male
mother?
and possibly gay
Uh-oh.
professor. Like many historical accounts of his life, he keeps changing
That
the
role was
story.
filled. Yeah, it's true.
First, he
It's
said
pretty
that the class
damn-
was reading the book
it's pretty
Wednesday's
damn
Child,
prophetic.
which featured an autistic girl. He recounted that he told the professor that he was autistic as well, which resulted in a misunderstanding and Chris being forced to leave
You're
the class.
autistic. Get out of my
Alternatively,
classroom.
He admitted
Yep.
to causing a disruption in class, writing in a report, exclamations you'd likely hear from a black person in church, which prompted his dismissal from the classroom.
fuck would
This
he write
ejection further
that?
increased his hate for men and gay men in general, and further convinced him of launching a
Christian was
pursuit
an
to
artist with
Gay
words.
guy told me I couldn't be
In
racist
order
in
to meet
class.
whom he called a boyfriend-free girl, he launched his love quest. However, finding that one special person in his life wasn't going to be easy. Christian didn't feel like he had the confidence to approach women on his own volition.
Yeah?
Due to the infinitely high
Oh, wait,
boyfriend
Sonichu
factor.
agrees with me.
This term refers to the very high
That'd be a good
probability
sound clip
that
to
any
make.
girl to whom he spoke already had
Oh,
a
look, he's
boyfriend,
posing as Jotaro.
making it close to impossible to find his coveted boyfriend-free girl. By extension, every man who already had a girlfriend was thought of by Chris with seething loathing. With the infinitely high boyfriend factor, I'm not fond of about 99.9.
Yeah, the attraction poster, that'd be pretty cool. What's your thing that you can only pick one thing at Chris Chan to loot and actually own, and it's deloused, so it's clean. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
It's removed of all the Chris Chan bacterium. What would
Oh,
I have?
yeah. The maybe the Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hype.
That would be pretty good, I think.
I kind of want the PlayStation Eye because it's such a historical
yeah.
item. You know, this thing was there for everything. His custom Pokemon
Oh yeah,
cards
the
would be good too.
Pokemon cards. That's a really good one. The shoes actually, like that it's been, sealed in a hyperbolic chamber. The shoes would be cool.
Yeah.
The
Original
custom
Sonichu
Sonichu
copies?
shoes. The cards would be very good. Oh yeah, the comics themselves. Yeah. I'm like not thinking with my head. I still like the Optimus Prime though. 'Cause
The
it's
Optimus
like
Prime is good because that's
a place
that's-
in history.
that
And then
is-
if I ever have to make a video declaring that I'm gay or straight, I can use it
You
to
can
show that I'm
signal
straight.
for help.
Yeah.
I'm being
Right.
forced to admit to being gay against my will.
Yeah.
I understand. Which I probably will make you do at some point.
I love that he had to make a video declaring that he was either gay or straight. Like that was the terms. And he's like, "Oh God, how am I gonna do that?"
Oh, come on, Christian. Put your head into it. Yeah, that's tons of good stuff there.
Percent of the total male population, with a margin of error of the 4/1000th of a percent for about 100 men.
Okay, so he
of
hates
whom are
everyone.
gay
Fantastic.
acquaintances. Those doofs get all the luck, having a sweetheart to care for and to be cared
Christian
from,
was also
getting
kind of
all
the first
hugs,
incel.
kisses, and emotional support,
Yeah.
and the security of a solid future without
For a
loneliness.
while,
and
Amazon was
with
selling
love
physical
and
copies of
children.
Sonichu
And
comics. I
besides
don't know
that,
how or
my
really why,
autism
but they
is
were
not
like
much
$10
help
a
on the
pop, and I bought a
programming of my
handful.
mind.
Where are they?
Sigh.
Great.
My life. To combat his reluctance
I do
to
want to
approach
own a
prospective
Sonichu
females,
comic, but I'm
he
not about to
devised
pay this
way
dude a
in which
damn
women
dime.
would approach him instead. The attraction sign.
There you go.
Christian created what he called an attraction sign, which was much like a personals ad.
Of course,
but in
there's
public.
Sonichu on it.
21 and single.
A great trolling would have been at the time get some sort of, I guess you could get a male model to really make it funny. Get a male model and have him make one of these signs and record a video of him at the mall and get a bunch of fake
With
acting women.
50 women
Yes!
lined up. Yeah,
Yes!
yeah.
And he's got
Or a
like,
guy or a black man in a pickle suit with the attraction sign.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to say, hey, I tried your approach, Christian. It totally worked. I've got 50 girlfriends now. I rotate
Yep.
them out.
Better put in some more better work on your sign, my dude. And it's just like a green Sonichu on his.
Yes.
It's like almost exactly the same.
Damn, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
It's easy to see why Christian got trolled so easily because you know he's gonna react to that. You know he's gonna get
And it's
pissed.
so it's so easy and like I don't want to say it's harmless, but it's like you're not really hurting him.
Yeah, you're not punching him in the face.
Yeah, and you're not like doing what Blue Spike did.
Yeah, Blue Spike was a messed up individual. Oh man.
White male, shy, smart, young at heart, computer skills.
Yeah, and the dude does like
humorous,
all the shit
great
that
thinker
Christian
and
doesn't
go-getter,
like he's
natural
smoking
salesperson,
cigarettes and like
enjoys
drinking.
good parts of life,
You could do
diplomatic,
two versions of
friendly,
that. You could do
loves
that
his
version,
family,
and then you could do
peaceful,
another where a
very
guy
creative,
completely
he's
imitates
lonely,
Christian.
He's just like him.
Just
Yeah.
greasy looking. He's got stains on his pants, and there's 50 chicks following him around.
Single.
Harming his mental integrity. Yeah, I guess.
White. Lives in Charlottesville or Ruckersville area. Does not smoke or drink alcohol. Happy. Positive personality. Average high income. Drives a vehicle.
Chris doing the "I got yelled at when I do it" line become insufferable. Yeah.
To all men with girlfriends, except marrieds and blacks, go jump off a cliff.
Okay, that's
Have
an
a nice
interesting
day.
exception.
He would
Oh,
hang the
boy.
sign up at the PVCC lobby and would stand or sit beside it in the hopes of attracting potential mates.
Well, it's an interesting
Based on the
approach. I'll give it
attraction sign
that.
and later comments, it is clear that instead of finding the love of his life, his quest for a sweetheart
Yeah,
was
I
more
guess
of a quest
so.
to lose
Liquid
his
Chris,
virginity
basically.
and to find a woman to mother him and financially support him.
I kind of didn't like Liquid Chris in some ways.
Just a
I'll
couple
explain it
of
whenever we
months
get to
into his
him.
love quest, Christian was met with
Because I
an
felt like
obstacle.
he
Mary
went.
Lee Walsh,
I would
the
only
dean of
mess with
student affairs,
Chris Chan once or
tore down his
twice.
attraction
Then I'd be
sign
done.
and allegedly
And
even
he
tore it
kept
up
going
in
at it, and I
front of
feel
him.
like that was a bit messed up.
According to
That's
Chris,
true.
she yelled at him in a violent
Because,
manner.
you know,
and said that
it's like in real life. It's like in real life. If you had a slow kid you knew, you'd mess with them maybe once or twice, and then you'd be done. And then you wouldn't keep doing it. It's kind of messed up. Unless it's DSP, then you can do it forever.
his way of doing things would not get him a girlfriend.
The hell is? Ah, he's into the gooner
It is
stuff. All
likely
right.
that Walsh may have, in fact, taken down his sign and told him that it was inappropriate. as
Oh
his
yeah,
methods were akin to
Walsh,
soliciting
enemy number
sex on
one.
campus. In any case, he
Yeah.
was deeply
His first
disheartened by
villain.
this event. It literally shattered my heart to almost nothing and murdered my soul. In response to this attack, Christian made another sign, which was quickly removed in a similar fashion. This was to be the beginning of Christian's make-believe conflict with Mary Lee Walsh that will haunt him.
I wanna
for
talk
most
to
of
her,
his
too.
adult life.
Yeah.
As an act of catharsis,
Like,
Christian
we've
wrote
done
a
this with
poem.
DSP. Who is the person in Chris Chan's story that you would want to talk to?
I'm gonna need a lot of time to think about
Yeah,
that.
me too. We'll get back to that.
Called
There's a
Saddest
lot.
Heart in the world, in which he refers to Walsh in the most unkind of light. Lonesome and sad, the mastermind is very bad.
Oh, very good.
In efforts of getting a boyfriend-free gal, that female dog took my only idea for a fall.
What?
Heartbroken, sad, and very
Didn't Mary
lonely.
Lee Walsh pass away?
And
I think a
never
couple of these
lose
people
my
are dead.
virginity. On April
But yeah,
10th,
she might have.
Chris wrote a short story called Sonichu and Rosechu, the genesis of the Love Hogs.
Love Hogs
It
sounds
establishes
dirty.
the origins of
It
Sonichu
really
and
does.
Rosechu, and also
Sounds like
incorporates elements from the
DSP's
Sonic the Hedgehog
fucking
lore,
erotic
such as the
novel.
Chaos
Yeah.
Emeralds.
Him
In
and John.
addition, the story features
Yeah.
a lovely Pokemon trainer.
You go
Her
to
name
talk
is
to the
Kel,
Pickle Man?
short
Hell
for
yeah.
Kelly. He published it on his Sonichu site. In June, Christian found work as a salesperson for
Yeah,
Cutco,
that
a
Pickle
cutlery
Man.
retailer. It
I
is
think you could
unknown
even
whether
do
he
it better
actually
than a
managed to
male
sell
model.
any knives.
Find someone even
Later
grosser
testimonies
looking
prove that
than
he was
Chris
still
Chan,
in
at least in
possession
terms of
Yeah.
fatness. You know,
Have
get,
Boogie do
yeah,
it.
yeah, get Boogie and grease him up a little bit, and then have him do it, and have a bunch of attractive women show up. I look better than him.
In August, the newly formed band
Maybe
Christian
one of the
and
like
Hedgehog Boys released their debut
security
album.
guards from
The
those
band,
like
which was led by
concerts he
Christian
would go
and
to in
also featured
Ruckersville.
Sonic,
Ooh.
Sonic
So
Chu,
just be like, so what
Shadow
did you
the
think of
Hedgehog,
this
and Black
guy?
Sonic
And show
Chu.
him a picture.
In
See
fact,
if they
the band
have any
existed in
like
Christian's head.
unrecorded
The album entirely
moments.
consisted of Christian
Yeah.
singing melody-free vocals with original lyrics over existing songs being played in the background.
Man, I
The
don't know.
songs
There's so many
covered
good
a
people.
range
There's
of
far more
topics,
people that you'd
such
want to
as
talk
the
to
search
than
for love
DSP.
in So Need a Cute Girl, based on I Want It
I
That
want to
Way
talk
by
to
the
his
Backstreet
teachers.
Boys.
And I wouldn't necessarily be mean about it. It would be more that, what do you
Autism
think
in
he would, or I would want to ask them,
sang over the
where do you
Backstreet
think he
Boys'
is right now?
Larger Than Life.
Yeah, or just like what he
And his
did in
Spanish
class.
skills in
Yeah.
the Ricky Martin adaptation, La Cocina en la Casa de Casanova.
Oh man, this is some Cyrax music here. I don't want to talk to Bob. Bob would be fun to talk to, but I almost wouldn't even talk about Chris Chan if I'm talking to Bob.
Later that year, Chris wrote another poem, Sonichu's Ode to Rosechu, an attempt at depicting the romantic ties binding Sonichu
Rami,
and
yeah,
Rosechu.
Linda's usually a safe one.
Oh,
I would go
Rosechu,
with Dave.
you
I
are
want
as
to talk to Dave.
beautiful as a rose. though a zap bud is the flower that heals
Yeah,
your
Linda,
wounds.
or maybe like a
He once
classmate
again
of Phil
reinstates his
would be good.
idealized
Yeah.
views on relationships between men and
Because we
women.
don't know much about
If
his
I
earlier
evolve into your
days.
knight, I will protect you with my lance. Speed makes no difference, though you are slower than I. You dance in the field.
What the
with
hell is
such
this
grace
shit?
And style. Sigh.
The teacher that pinned him
Come
down?
closest
Maybe.
with possibly the
Yeah, I
first
want to hear
words
her
in a
version of the
variant
story.
Christian's commonly used term, sweetheart.
Because what if he was
Lazy.
hitting himself in the
As
head? You
often as
kind of
birds
would want to
tweet,
pin him down
will
so he
you be
wouldn't
my
keep
lovely
hurting
heart
himself.
sweet? In October of 2003,
Oh, wow.
Christian reunited with his childhood friend, Sarah, for her
Hey,
birthday.
she's pretty cute.
For the special occasion,
Oh,
he
yeah.
made her present. A hand-drawn comic
Oh
book
yeah, the hot
detailing the
Latina.
complete
Or like
history
Phil,
of their
one of
life
Phil's
together,
bosses.
entitled Chris
Yeah.
Phil's
Buster's
boss at the
Shares.
helicopter company.
It is
That's
from
my
his work of
answer.
literature
Because I
and
already
of
know
their
that this
interactions with
motherfucker
each other
took
has
like
come to be known.
Yeah.
3-hour-long
Supposed
shit
childhood
breaks a
bullying,
day and
which
never
then
did any
21-year-old Chris
Yep.
walked
completely
around
neglects.
distracting people. But I
Most of
need
his
to
creative
be
attempts,
confirmed
it
that
is
it's true.
self-centered, bragging about
Also,
his
That
accomplishments.
he
boss-
never
So
worked
true.
hard.
No,
He also
definitely.
talks about
He
her
didn't
personal
work hard,
life,
but he took credit for other
including her
people's hard work.
relationship with her
Definitely.
boyfriend.
I'm sure he did.
As of
He would be a
sometime before
team
July
lead,
2000,
do nothing, and just
Sarah
take
has
all
been
the
living
credit.
with her boyfriend, Wes Isley, a magician who does parties.
Also,
He
if it's
closes
the
the
boss,
book
like you
with hope for
say,
the future.
he could
A special
have a
note from
copy
Christian to
of one of the
Sarah.
reports
I
that
hope that we
DSP
can
wrote
hang
for
together
continuous
sometime.
improvement,
But
and
for
I
now
promise
and
you that
forever,
shit is
we will
hilarious.
always be
Yeah.
good friends.
Promise you.
To return the sentiment, Sarah
So,
decided
what
to
you
spend
should do
Christmas
is
with
you
attendance,
should make your
which delighted
business work
Chris.
better. And somehow that's 6 pages.
Nintendo.
On November 22nd, 2003, Christian filmed a documentary of his activities in the game Animal
Oh, I
Crossing.
love
on
Animal
the
Crossing.
Nintendo GameCube,
He's got a
which
Sonic
he
Shoe
then
shirt, of
sent to
course.
Nintendo for
And
consideration.
his room is full of
Chris
shit, of
narrates
course.
this hour-long tour of 2 of his self-made towns, Quickville and Quick City. Since the documentary features a video game player narrating his activities while playing a game, this possibly makes Chris the first ever Let's Player in the modern understanding of the word.
How wild is that, eh?
Nintendo.
Yup.
Welcome to my Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube.
I'm willing to give him
I
the
am your
credit.
host.
Yeah, same,
My
'cause
name
it's
is
funny.
Christian Weston Chandler. I live in Ruckersville,
And I'm
Virginia,
pretty sure it's true.
Yeah.
and I is 21 years old. And I play because
It
I'm
also
young at
takes
heart.
it away from Phil,
So
which is
anyway, we're gonna
nice.
take
Not
a
that he
tour
was
of my
No.
even the second,
Like
but
everything
you
he
know.
produces, it
It
includes
also
the
makes him
Sonic
more
Anyway,
like
stepping
them
out
more
is my
like each
character,
other.
Sonichu. He's wearing the
That's always
clothes with
good
the
stuff.
character on it. Like I said, you might remember
I
his
love
face.
DSP constantly hungry
And
for
here's his
credit for
actual
things.
face.
I invented that. I invented that.
This body, you see the whole picture.
Chris performs a
It's
spontaneous
become kind of a
rendition
dumb
Yellow is a
reoccurring
Mellow
joke I
Color
do on
off the
Twitter
Sonic
is
the
whenever I
Hedgehog
see
Boys
something
album.
that's
Yellow is
some
the
sort of
mellow
antisocial
color,
behavior that
green is the
DSP
mellow
does,
color,
I always
Sonic
put,
is
I
the
invented that in quotes
mellow color.
DSP.
Hell yeah.
He also
I got
treats the
banned off of
audience
Reddit
with
for saying I
performance of Sony
disagreed with
Adventure
his
Pro.
Tell me
feedback.
why I'm stuck
And
as
then,
a
oh,
bird
I invented
in
that.
rage. Tell me why I still need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I ain't never wanna
I love that he
hear
brought
you
the song
say,
back.
Hell yeah.
I have a
Like he was actually proud of
boyfriend.
it.
And that
That's
was
good.
inspired by a real thing.
He previews the in-game diary that he keeps.
As for a monthly journal entry here in November,
Oh my goodness, he typed all this shit
yeah, I
out
tried
with the
getting a
controller.
girlfriend because I don't have a girlfriend. But I have made up a poem. Let you guys read it.
I'll pass, thank you. Oh,
Alright?
this is the same thing he wrote
Now a
earlier,
little
okay.
bit as we go along. It's a very good
Ooh,
poem
Little Shadow, that's
because
crazy.
I am an artist as well as a poet. I make a rhyme every time.
He proceeds to give a tour of his bedroom.
This is my bedroom.
It's complete crap.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it? 'Cause
There's
I
no
like to make
bed. Oh,
things
there it
fun
is, all the way
since,
over
you
there.
know, I'm young at heart.
As he unwittingly transfers his hoarding habits into a virtual environment,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
his bedroom in Animal Crossing closely replicates his real-life counterpart. Chris goes outside
My
and comes
Animal
across
Crossing
several
place was
characters
cool.
who
I had
all
everything
seem to run back
organized. I had
indoors
feng
after
shui
they're
going
south of
on.
him.
He just
Here,
threw
I'm
shit in
watching
his
my
room. Who
favorite
cares?
character that I kind of got to know it from the start. Oop,
I've
she just
only
went
ever
in.
owned Game Boys.
There's
I never
Ashley.
had like a
She
real
just went in.
console.
Didn't have game. Oh, that's too bad. GameCube was the best.
He just went in.
GameCube had
Yeah,
some
I got to
solid
play
games.
it. Like my
House,
friends had
Quickville
it, but
Island,
like I
to
had to
reveal that
get
he mostly
a
uses the property
360.
for
That's what's what's up.
storage.
I use mine
'Cause, like, I had to.
No, I understand.
I don't have room for.
Had to have the multiplayer.
You had to call people slurs.
He reasserts his brand
Big
loyalty
time.
for Nintendo and decries their competitors.
Speaking of which, you should make this Sonic Heroes should be Nintendo GameCube exclusive because Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, he's better at singing than Cyrax and DSP.
Yeah, how wild is
Larson
that?
might have them though.
Own them. I don't even want them.
Larson,
That
yeah.
goes double for the PS1 as well.
You never
But
had a
he's in
PS2?
quick build jail. No, I did have a PS2
Okay.
before the 360.
Oh yeah, good call, Morgan. I forgot they had a keyboard attachment. I was gonna say,
I
that's
was
some
a
dedication.
I was a PlayStation, so I was PC always, and then I got a PlayStation, and then a PS2, and then a 360.
That's what's up. That's a good
And and I got an Xbox One, but I went back to PC.
I've been a Sonic fan forever.
You know,
That's
never
why I'm
left.
glad that Sonic came to Nintendo.
He mentions that he
I
likes
got-
to keep his surroundings clean by picking
I played
weeds.
everything. I was a Game
I had a
Boy.
Sega Game Gear was the first thing.
That's what's up.
That thing was actually
He
pretty
also
cool.
likes to keep
It was
active.
backlit screen back then and everything.
Backlit. Yeah.
I usually like to run. It keeps me going faster.
Yeah, backlit,
He introduces the
huge.
viewers to his character,
You
Crystal.
could plug it in and also play, because the batteries only lasted like 40 minutes.
You couldn't even make it out of your neighborhood sometimes.
Yeah.
Near the end, Chris proclaims that he is high-functioning autistic.
And to answer the all-important question,
That's funny for the writer.
Yeah.
DSP should have a secretary. I think that he should have a press secretary as well to do
What
his
do you think?
pre-streams
He's
for him.
made of money?
Well, no, they can be volunteers.
He's just a little guy. He can't do.
Poor
I
Phil.
may have autism, but since I'm high functional, I could do a lot of things. I mean, otherwise,
It's true, Salty Scotsman. I'm more engaged in the gameplay.
But anyway,
And Cat's here.
Yeah, Chris Chan actually put effort into this,
He did.
and you can tell.
narrated by Christian Weston Chandler. Thank you very much.
It's kind of one of
And I
the.
don't
What's
like.
up?
I don't know what makes you good at Animal Crossing, but it seems like he built something up and like looks fine to me.
Yeah, it's he put in time into getting all those rooms and stuff and selling stuff to get all those expansions and things. So he did put in time into this game. And it's one of the things that his detractors used to shit on him a lot for, Chris Chan, is that he was lazy. And in a way they're right, but in many ways they're completely wrong. Chris Chan would put a shit ton of energy into something he wanted to do.
Yeah, just not the comics. Yeah.
And not anything
Which he did when he
productive.
wanted to.
Yes. He
Eventually, there was just never comics, and everyone was on his ass.
yeah, because it became a chore after a while, and he didn't want to do any damn chores.
Mm-hmm.
But and in that way, I'll go ahead and out myself as having kind of a outlying opinion. I really didn't have an issue that much with Chris Chan just getting his disability money and dicking around. I really didn't, because what else? What are the other options here? Chris Chan is out in the real world doing things. It's kind of dangerous. He's kind of too stupid and too inept to go out and do things. So when they're saying, you need to go get a job, you're so worthless, you just...
Yeah, he like can't.
Yeah, he's actually disabled. He's too stupid. And
Yeah, and plus, like at that point, like at the beginning, he might have been able to, you know, get away with it, for lack of better phrasing. But like, trolls would literally show up and
yeah, he wouldn't
like,
have a job
he's-
by the end of the week.
like all these lolcows say, like, oh, the trolls would just ruin it, and it's like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like if the SP got a job, there's like 0 chance that it's not interfered with. If like Cyrax got a job, like, well, actually, they could just not tell anyone. And
But
like,
DSP would have to tell someone.
they all would. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would have to mention it.
Yeah, because I'll be real, I knew a person like Chris Chan, and that he lived on disability, and all he did all day was sit at home and playing games and play with his toys. And here's the thing, the dude was more or less harmless. He didn't bother anyone, didn't do anything. And you might think, well, what a great life to have, huh? You can just be paid by the government to kick it on your couch all day. Well, not really, because you can't ever really thrive. This dude that I knew, he couldn't go do things. He couldn't. He was too disabled. And
yeah.
So Chris Chan, I don't know, to break from a lot of the Chris Chan trolls, it didn't matter that he was on disability, because he kind of was supposed to be.
They were just jealous he got to be a NEET.
Yeah, exactly. You wish you had my life. Is there a liquid DSP? PokePal, I'm waiting for DSP to get Alzheimer's, and then I'm gonna become liquid DSP and mess with him.
Well, consider this for a publication. Bye now.
Yeah, it's true, Ramen. He did have
Christian
oppositional
started
bias.
2004 with a New Year's resolution to find a girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
On January 3rd, he drew a Sonichu comic strip, which also featured Rosechu and Black Sonichu.
Who was
This
that
the
dude who
first
did
time he
One
included
Punch
his
Man?
characters in an illustrated storytelling setting.
The dude who did it
On
initially,
the
he
6th,
just did it
he went to get an
webcomics,
eye
and then
exam.
someone else
The optometrist in question
did the
happened to be
official
Dr.
version.
James Chandler,
We need to have
Chris's
that
brother
for
from Bob's
Chris
first
Chan.
marriage, who
You know,
informed
Chris
him
Chan
for the
does the
first time
originals, and
that
then
he
you got
had
an
an
actually
8-year-old niece
competent
named
artist
Savannah.
do the
On
remake.
January 18th, he wrote Hard Love Quest, a poem concerning his
Hard
difficulties
Love Quest?
in finding
I
a
don't know about
boyfriend for a
that.
girl. Without girlfriend love, he feels an older age, as he is still stuck as a virgin with rage. He searched low and high to the end. The only delay is the fear
Every
of
time
being
he says
already
it, I
beaten
crack
by
a
a
smile.
boyfriend.
It's funny.
On January 31st, Christian wrote in his diary,
Chris Chan walked so
"It's
that
the end of another
Elliot
month,
Roger could
and I
run.
still don't have a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Maybe my latest idea,
Like,
the Sonic
Elliot
News
Roger
Dash
is like
newsletter, will make the
obviously
ladies take notice of me.
terrible,
The news-
but he was a very good writer.
Elliot Roger, his writing was pretty interesting. He's
If you read his writing, it's like he's obviously like delusional, narcissistic, and like a murderer. But
he's a
like,
human garbage, but
the quality of his writing, his ideas were shit. But
Yeah.
like the style of writing is like
he was quite the poet. He was.
pretty good. Yeah. He was a
His
You would
his
think he could
manifesto.
have used that to get laid.
Yeah, you would think.
Instead of being a
Being
murderer.
a butthole.
Like fuck.
Probably
He also like had a BMW and shit too. Like he must have just had like the most rotten personality.
He did. 100%. You could see it in his pictures. He's a smug
Yeah.
little shit.
Yeah.
And you know who he reminds me, or who reminds me of him, is that Lugo dude. That's kind of weirdly associated with DSP.
Jake James Lugo?
He kind of reminds me of him a little bit.
Sort of.
Because he always has the weird pictures of him standing there holding a wine glass or something, and
Yeah.
goofy looking as hell. But yeah, his manifesto was one of the more fun ones to read because he was pretty good at writing.
What's his name was a good one. Ted Kaczynski
Yes,
was
Ted
a pretty
Kaczynski
good
is-
writer too. He was also like pretty close on most of his predictions.
He was.
Like he really like
he was
his methods were not so great, but
Yeah.
his ideas were pretty good.
It's hard to really find faults with many of the things that he said. Now, the things that he did, well, there's your problem.
Yeah. And the other there was another dude, I'll think of his name later on, but he wrote it was like a manifesto, but it was like that aliens were like telepathically communicating with him, and he was basically living in the plot of They Live, the movie.
Yeah, that was Vega. Vega wrote that
And
one.
his culmination was that he shot a preacher like 9 times, and the dude was out of the hospital. And
Huh.
yeah, which is crazy.
Can you find that? I want to read that.
Yeah, I got to think of the dude's name, but yeah, it is available.
All right.
Fuck. I'll just keep going. I'll
right.
figure it out.
There's something else stupid. Oh, I wanted to say my all-time favorite line in Encyclopedia Dramatica is on Elliot Roger. And I don't know if it's still there. I'm not going to look it up right now. But in it, they describe when he first starts his rampage, and they say it's a spurg out. It's the funniest. Because how they
Sounds like it.
how they frame it is something like Part 6, BMW spurg out. It's funny as hell.
Newsletter in question was an outlet for Christian's creative ideas concerning Sonichu and his poetry.
This artist might
Issue
suffer
1
mental
featured a
illness
couple
doing
of skits
Sonichu
starring
remake. Yeah, it's
Sonichu,
kind of
the
like
poem
a H.P.
saddest heart in
Lovecraft.
the
They're
world, and a
rereading
personal
the
ad
dark
for
tomes
himself,
and go
which was
mad
not unlike
themselves.
his attraction sign. Christian is a very shy and very thoughtful person, and will only accept person-to-person
That's cool, Rum
encounters.
Drum. I need to find those.
When getting his attention, Approach and say hi to him. Do not flirt from a distance. He will not be
Yeah,
able to
Christian's
notice.
kind of stupid. You have to get
find
him his face
Christian,
and
he'll be wearing
lean
the
in,
Sonichu
manually flirt.
medallion. In addition to posting a digital copy onto his website, he distributed printed copies of the newsletter around PVCC campus as an alternative to his attraction sign.
He did,
This
Pokepal.
must have caught the attention of Mary Lee Walsh, who issued a cease and
Dude,
desist letter.
Dale was getting
In an
super mad the
email
other day.
dated February
So he
1st,
did this
Chris
thing. I love it when locales do this. I absolutely love it. And LTG does this more often than some of the other locales. Is that he he talks all the time when he's playing Tekken 8 that this would never happen in Tekken 7. DSP does the same thing. He says, "Oh, this would never happen offline or whatever." And so what happened is that on a spur of the moment kind of thing, LTG loaded up Tekken 7 recently and got his ass kicked. And complete contradiction of what he's always saying. And of course, he flipped out and rage quit it.
To settle out of court. Mary, I've slept on it, and I've realized that note hanging is not the way to get attention. And I don't really want to
All right,
meet
I'll
with
post a
either you
link. The
nor
dude's
Susan.
name was Kyle
Thanks.
Odom.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
And
let's forget the meeting.
I'll post a
If you
link
will
to an
allow my
article
newsletter
about
to
him,
stay in
but it's
distribution,
up
I
to
will do
anyone
all
who
the
wants
following.
to find the
I will
actual
never hang notes
manifesto.
on the wall
Okay.
again.
I'm
I'll
not gonna
consider
like.
stopping my silent
I don't
treatment
know.
on
It
Susan.
seems weird
I'll
to
consider
like
knocking
share
you and
things like
Susan up
that.
my scale
Sure,
of
sure.
respect, each by 2 points. 0
I also
equals
don't have
no
it on me,
respect,
but
10 equals respect. Walsh
I'll look at
replied
my old
and
phone and
insisted
see
that
if
they
I
meet
can
the
find
following
it, and
week.
maybe we can.
On
Oh,
February
la-di-da,
9th,
you have
A
two
reading
phones,
on
huh? That's-
Discord.
Yeah, it feels so cool.
Mary Lee Walsh made it illegal to distribute the news dash. I am very angry at that XXXXX. In response, I plan to incite the masses.
Hell
I hope they
yeah.
demand the return
Christian's
of
gonna
news
start the
dash
revolution.
So my chances on getting a girlfriend can be restored. I have also declared war on them as well. It was allegedly during this meeting where he performed his Kamehameha attack.
Awesome.
Which consisted of Chris mimicking the hand motion of an attack move from the anime series Dragon Ball Z.
Dude,
and
these
cursing
dudes must have
people
been
into
so
experiencing
confused
bad
by
luck.
Christian's
However,
antics.
it is
What
not
the hell is he
certain
even
whether he was
doing?
inspired by the original occurrence of the Kamehameha or its parody featured in another anime, Excel Saga, to which Chris has definitely been exposed.
Oh, Christian
In
likes Excel
March,
Saga.
Chris claimed that the kerfuffle concerning Walsh got his parents upset too. That XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh got on my and my parents' nerves. All I'd been doing was trying to get a girlfriend. Is that too much to ask? I am very devastated due to my shattered heart that XXXXX caused unto
This
me.
music kind of goes
My
with how
life
he was feeling
sucks.
at the time, I bet.
Completely disregarding her demands, he published issue 3 of Sonichu's News Dash, with most of the content themes remaining unaltered. However, his requirements for a boyfriend-free girl were tweaked a little
see?
bit. He was now looking for 18 to 22-year-olds, since he had just turned 22 himself.
And he still has Pokemon stuff there. That's cool.
In May of 2004, Nintendo Power magazine published an article highlighting Christian's Animal Crossing video.
This is the I Hate
referring to
Everything
Chris
music.
only as
Yeah.
Sonichu.
I
Simply
use this on some of my edits
There's
too.
no other way to describe what we've received from Sonichu of Quickville, a full video documentary that walked us through his daily life.
There's no other way to describe what we received from Sonichu of Quickville. Yeah, because during that video, he's talking about how he has high-functioning autism and shit. Yeah, there is nothing like that. It's probably the craziest shit they've ever seen in their life.
Manor contained every
Have
manner
you
of
ever looked
furniture.
at the like
Quickville's landscape.
NSFW quick page?
Yes.
And so yeah, it's like it's pretty bad.
Yeah. This dude was a pornographer, man. He was making some wild shit.
The drawings
To
are
the
just
bursting
like
point with all
so
the animals
Yeah.
moved to his
off-putting.
well-tended town. And Sonichu has customized everything about
So I went
his
on it
town.
being like, this is
Even
gonna
many
be so
villagers
funny,
have
and then I
followed
was
his
like,
bold
ooh.
trends,
No, it's
wearing the
not.
patterns he
Oh
It is not.
no.
This apparently got the attention of
Oh, no,
PVCC's
no, no.
newspaper, The Forum, which featured Christian and Sonichu
Yeah, that's a good idea,
in an
Morgana.
exclusive
If only.
report. PVCC student Christian Chandler has dedicated many hours to his pastime. He is the creator of Sonichu.
I wonder if
the
DSP's in
electric
any
hedgehog
headlines
Pokemon.
like this.
Like Sonic,
He
Sonichu
is in a
can
couple.
run at high
They did a couple
speeds.
articles on him.
During Supersonic's battle against the perfect
Yeah.
Chaos Monster, Sonic
Alt
Adventure
was covering
DX
it.
for GameCube, Supersonic was spat out by the monster and collided with a bystanding Pikachu, Chandler explained. According to this story, The power from the Chaos Emeralds transformed Pikachu
We need to send
into
Chris
Sonichu.
the best or the
Chandler and
worst
world
the
he
asylum.
created for Sonichu were featured in the May 2004 issue of Nintendo
I think that he
Power.
should be studied
The
in
place
some
is
sort
called
of underground lab.
The quick prefix are his
So he
initials,
did watch the
Christian Weston Chandler.
at least a part of the
Nintendo Power
comprehensive
was apparently
history,
impressed
and
with
he said he
Chandler's work.
approves of it and it's
During all
accurate.
this rigmarole,
Oh,
he
dang.
continued to publish his news dash.
So he knows
updated
about
his personal
Gina
contact
Samuel.
information to include a link to his Match.com profile, which he created to aid
Oh my
in his love
goodness, look at
quest.
this.
It was also around this
Whoa,
time
whoa, whoa,
that he
whoa,
wrote
whoa,
which
whoa,
he
hold up a
created to
second.
aid in his love quest.
Sports and exercise, baseball, this guy over here, baseball, basketball, bowling, dancing, football, golf, inline ski. He just picked them all, didn't he? Same thing with this. He picked them all. This dude is not fishing or hunting.
It was also around this time that he opened a MySpace account. I enjoy drawing, listening to music, playing video games, and TCG.
Oh shit, he lists
I
off
also
all
like
of his
anime,
consoles too.
Legos,
What a
and
hero.
I love my parents. I also enjoy web design. He proceeds to list all the gaming consoles in
Oh,
his
boy.
possession, finishing with the Pokemon catchphrase.
You don't
"Gotta
you
catch 'em
don't
all."
blast ladies with this
Interestingly, he
point
listed his
blank. You gotta
occupation,
ease them into
Yeah.
this if you do.
slash cartoonist. He
What are you into?
explores his
Oh,
most
you know,
Well,
I
to
like
be
that.
fair, any lady that would
I am a bit
respond to
shy,
this,
but I would enjoy the company of a
he's got
beautiful
nothing to
girl
hide.
who likes some of the
Yeah.
things I do.
Like he might as well
like to
put
have
on
fun
here
when I
like,
can,
oh wait,
and
this
I
is
don't
before
really like to
Julie.
be alone.
Actually.
I graduated from high school on the honor roll, and I'm doing very well at PVCC. A lot of men make false promises to their girlfriends, but I am totally different. When it comes to what I can offer, I can seriously promise care, respect, empathy, and love. I think that most girls deserve the world, and I would do my best to give it to them. In May 2004, he attended the Anime Mid-Atlantic Convention for the first time.
Oh, hell
where
yeah,
he
and
met
picked up
notable
some
voice
chicks.
actress Monica Rial.
Oh, never mind.
She also sings opera very nicely, and she is a very nice, fun, and sweet person to hang around with. She sure made my day a sweet one.
Oh, very
In
nice.
Sonichu's
He's got away
News
with
Dash,
words.
Issue 5, he introduces 3 new Sonichu characters. Christian Sonichu,
Of course.
based on himself. Wesley Sonichu, his quote-unquote rival, who's based on Sarah Hammer's boyfriend, Wes Isley. And Sarah Hammer Rose Chu, obviously named
I
after
love
Sarah
that
herself.
like the boyfriends are the
In June,
enemies.
to
Of
celebrate
course,
the
man. They're
24-year
getting in the
wedding
way
anniversary
of
his
the
parents,
mission.
Chris made them a present, a dramatic retelling of the family's life via Animal Crossing.
This is weird. This part's
Through this
weird as hell.
videographic endeavor,
Which comics
It
do-
is.
into the family's
It would be
history.
cute if he was like 12
Yes.
and not like 25
My little present for
or
y'all.
22 or whatever he is at the time.
Documentary for y'all.
Yeah.
They're in Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. About how y'all were and how you are now. and
Which
so
comics do you
forth.
think I specifically was looking
So,
for when I was
take
buying
a
my
second
handful of
time to
Amazon?
see Mochu.
You were
Let's
looking for the
read
ones where
more
he's
about
killing
how
people,
each of you were.
right?
Oh, that's a good choice. I personally the ones where they go to the forced garbage building and
Yeah.
like I believe the females all masturbate to defeat the villain.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's got like all the.
He collects records.
I mean, to me that would be the perfect one. Is like the ones where they're going after 4chan.
Chris reveals that Bob was
Masturbating. It's an
Cherokee
interesting
ancestry.
technique. I don't know. It might work.
Yeah, it's like, and it has like all of the females. They're like trying to have like a nude Photoshop, photo shoot to like beat gender stereotypes or something.
Okay.
It's very loony.
That's what this is right here.
He performs the same type of tour for Barbara.
But she went to school, and she worked hard. And see these shirt here, that's her school colors, blue and white, because back in high school,
Very cool, man.
she was a cheerleader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay, yay, la la la. Hell yeah, she likes
Yeah,
old to get old
I
stuff
believe
together,
she
but
shoots
instead
a beam from her vagina or something.
we
Oh,
got
wow.
Genshin.
It's coming back to me a little bit. We'll
No.
get to those.
I want the same manga artist who did One Punch Man to do the re-edits of those, because that would be a funny ass panel.
And she keeps her
And to make like all the characters like ripped
somebody wanted to clean up.
Like they draw him like all huge, like
Yeah, muscular and shit.
yeah, like superheroes, like He-Man type shit.
In some places,
Hell yeah, man.
in very few houses.
Yeah, Morgana. Best not to dwell on that part. Yeah, that's true.
The bathroom was in the same room as the
Yeah,
kitchen.
because he didn't see an issue with it.
But luckily, we always remember to wash
Yeah.
with water. Yeah. Anyway, that's just in the days of old.
Well, I thought part of it was that like the young one wasn't a
Private bathroom.
shoot yet. He might have went back and re-edited it to be that
They
way.
met over at
Maybe.
Manny's pub, see.
He realized how weird that was.
Sitting down with a friend. She was watching Bobby sing up here. And well, she really liked his singing, so as father put it, she went up to him and then as he passed by, changed the thermostat. Yeah. Anyway, she chased him down the hallway and cornered him.
Very cool.
And then after that, they just talked things out.
Barb's getting it.
Got to know each other. Found common things.
Barb realized it was time for
Bob,
men.
you take this woman
Oh yeah, Only Use Me Blade is back, drinking again.
I heard about that. We got to watch him. You
And
got to show
he
me.
was saying the hard R big time, dude.
Oh dang!
Big time.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss.
All right, we got to
the bride.
watch it.
After reenacting their wedding, Christian introduces himself into the picture.
But anyway, when first comes love, then comes marriage, then they come along with their baby carriage, and that's where I came in. Born in February 1982 was me.
The fan noises in the thing, just like in real life.
Yeah.
And then returns to Bob's room.
Now I want to see this. Oh man, this would be a cool edit. Do Chris Chan and Bob fight, but it's in
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna play sitting under the apple tree.
The characters just make noises, though. They don't really speak, do they?
No, yeah, they don't speak, so you'd have to dub over it.
He proceeds to let the 1942 song Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree play in full.
Nice.
Thank you for speeding that up, Gino.
Is Barbara still alive? Yes.
And there you have a nice little blast from past.
We'll know when she dies. It'll be front page news.
Something special for
Well,
this,
people
video.
say she did every day, but
This is my way of saying happy anniversary to y'all. Coming up next.
The video cuts to a drawing made with Mario Paint, which says, "To Mom and Dad, happy anniversary. Thank you both for my birth.
Oh yeah,
Love,
big,
Christian C."
good idea there.
In
Bob
July,
just whacking
Chris
Chris with
began
his
going to
neck. Yeah.
Charlottesville Fashion Square, attraction sign in hand, to seek out fellow mates.
Oh hell.
Evidently, his current practice did not yield promising
From what I
results.
understand,
As
this
his
is when
diary
people
entry
first
dated
started
August
noticing
1st,
him.
He announced, "Well, it's another month."
Because people talk about him
yeah,
on
he
forums and
became a
stuff.
local
I have a new
legend.
idea that I am sure will reel in a girlfriend on a fateful red string.
Who dies
The idea
more,
concerning
Bob or
red string
Ozzy
consisted of
Osbourne?
Christian tying a red
Oh, no.
string
Barb.
to a paper heart,
It has
on
to be
which
Barb.
"Pick me up and bring me to my owner" was written. The significance of using
Ozzy
the red string
would
was
probably
most
be
likely
second,
a reference to
but-
its appearance in the anime Excel Saga.
Every
and is a
time there's
well-known
news that
symbol
Ozzy
in many
Osbourne
Asian
dies,
cultures.
King Cobra freaks out a
Christian
little
would
bit.
throw the heart
Oh,
at
yeah.
prospective partners and hope that they would pick up the heart and follow the red string leading back to him. It cannot be determined how successful this strategy could have been, because just 4 days after he employed the red string of fate, a mall security guard, which Chris referred to as a jerk-op,
I love
put an
jerk-op.
end to it. In August,
Yeah,
Chris shifted
the
focus away from
jerk-ops.
Pokemon and centered his attention on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
A
Yu-Gi-Oh!
similarly themed card game. He began making his own custom cards and attended his first Yu-Gi-Oh! tournament.
Virgin
at
with
the Game
Rage.
Place.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Schroeder
We need to
and
see this
attended his first
ability.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, get out of the way, closed captioning. For each monster on the field, increase Virgin with Rage's attack by 500 points. For each female monster on the field, increase Virgin with Rage's defense by 500 points. Wow, that's potentially pretty good, but I like the art though. Why is your
Yeah.
shirt ripped?
Kind of self-aware. I think he's hulking out.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's not having a good time with it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! tournament.
He is
at the Game
raging.
Place, where he met
Yeah.
Megan Schroeder. Over the
She
months
looks
of getting
so
to know Megan,
uncomfortable.
I
Definitely.
grew
She
fond
looks
of
like she
her.
wants to be buried
Although
alive.
at that time and up to now, she wasn't interested in a lovely
Oh my
relationship.
god, dude.
I've bided to her
Oh my
wishes
goodness
and
gracious.
requests,
He smells so bad.
Definitely. He has an energy shield.
As a common interest, Christian only intensified his obsession.
Jerk off. Oh man, I want to make a jerk off themed deck.
Cards with one depicting Crystal. Christian's make-believe female twin.
That's where
He also
something came
designed
in.
A girlfriend's gift card.
Yep.
On which the illustrated girlfriend looks suspiciously like the sister. On September 4th, Christian reflected on his love quest so far.
There's a lot of
When I was
warning
at the
signs
mall
when you go
for the
back
8th
and
week
watch
today,
this.
I realized something. Since I have been using a sign to state my being single and lonesome towards an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free woman, I, in the event, was trying to sell myself like
Yeah, there you go.
2
man.
He
days
likes
later,
to smell
this
like an
love quest
axe.
was interrupted by a jerk cop. I told that jerk cop off when I pulled some of my fun cards and told my lonesome virgin story.
I bet the
intimidated
jerk
him,
cop
and
laughed
shouted
until he
no into his
died.
face. In short, today was my Independence Day, but I am still alone. On September 11th, his
Oh,
search
and the
for
jerk
love
cop was
took a turn for
black,
the
too.
worst. I was not bothering anyone at the mall today while I was trying to sell myself when I got arrested for trying.
Sell
I fortunately
myself.
did not go to jail, but I have been stripped of my right to go to the mall by myself. I would be required to bring my mom or dad with me. My independence and my soul were practically murdered.
What a dramatic
Chris's run
dickhead.
of misfortune climaxed when only 5 days later, the school board of PVCC suspended him for 1 year.
Hilarious.
My dad is
He got
still thirsty
banned.
for revenge as well. He's going to write to U.S. President George W. Bush Jr. and Laura Bush to help me get allowed back
Oh
to
no, George W.
PVCC.
Bush got a letter
We all cursed to death
about
upon
Chris
that
Chan.
XXXX Mary Lee Walsh. In conjunction with his suspension,
I
was
hope we
required
get to
take
see a
anger
Chris
management
Chan,
classes,
yeah.
get a psychological
We heard about it,
evaluation, and receive
but we didn't get
social
to see it,
skills
yeah.
counseling. 10 days after the event, he lamented over his inability to go to PVCC or the mall, and confessed that he would be asking for a
What is
girlfriend
Chris's
this
stand?
Christmas.
Oh, let me think on that for a
Despite
little
his
bit.
bans from the college
I guess it would
and
be
the
called
Fashion
Virgin
Square,
with
he
Rage.
decided to continue with
I
his
mean,
search
it's
for
got to be a
boyfriend-free girl,
Sonichu, though,
but
right?
relocated
Yeah.
to the University of Virginia's campus to do so.
Well, it could be Chris
However,
Chan
this move
Sonichu,
wasn't for
Virgin
long,
with
as Christian was
Right,
allowed back
okay, that
to
could
the
work.
Fashion Square in November.
Yo, that
Regardless,
Red Robin
he
in the
went back to
corner is
UVA
like
for a
just
different
like
kind
the
of
mall.
engagement, in the
I
form
grew
of
up
a
near.
mandatory
Yeah, me too.
psychiatric evaluation. There are more of such documented examinations in existence, but this is the only one so far which has been made public.
Damn.
Mr. Chandler says that since finishing high school and starting at PVCC, in
I'm
the year
still thinking about that thing with George W. Bush. It's silly, but it is true that there are historical relics about Chris Chan that are more or less lost. And that's one of them is George W. Bush got a letter. I mean, I assume they followed through with it. Why not? You know,
Mhm.
George W. Bush got a letter from Chris Chan's dad. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. And I don't know, but like, aren't all. I wouldn't be surprised if all things sent to the president are saved.
Yeah. Because what if that dude turned out to be a terrorist in the future and they needed some sort of evidence for it or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just making that up that all shit sent to the president is saved, but that might be the case.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
that letter
shocked.
might still be around.
Damn, man. That's cool.
The W stands for determination. The W stands for a double dose of determination.
his attempts at this ultimately led to
Man,
his
dude, how wild would it be
That
if
was
they
a
got a
good
letter
one.
back and it was George W. Bush and he said, I'm a big fan of Chris Chan and I'm a big fan of Sonichu. I'll help you out, man. You know? He
Yeah, we
needs
see him
him.
wearing the medallion.
Yeah. That's it. Now I want to see a
'Cause
Photoshop of
George W. Bush has been acting like he's on some drugs that only the government gets. Like if you've seen him like at the inauguration, or there was something he was at where they had raincoats like ponchos on, and he was like playing peekaboo with Michelle Obama.
Yeah, he's
like acting like a kid.
He's got the good shit.
Like he's on some kind of crazy like, oh, you want to drinking, George? Don't worry, we'll hook.
Look, man, it's you can be high in public, George. Who cares, you know?
He's on some like weird combination of like ketamine, OxyContin, and Adderall.
Damn it, he's living the coolest life ever.
Yeah.
I should ask him if he wants to come on Going Green.
Yeah, right? I don't know if GW smoked. I think he did cocaine.
I feel like I remember him talking about doing weed in college or something.
Maybe because I know Clinton like sort of pretended he didn't. He said he never inhaled, and then Obama said he did. And Obama was actually a huge stoner as a kid, or as like a high school student. Like he was like known for it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Now I want to see a Photoshop of okay, so we got to find an old picture of George W. staying at the podium doing a press conference kind of thing, and the headline down there at the bottom it says George W. Bush intervenes on behalf of Chris Chan,
Yeah.
and then give him a Sonichu medallion.
That would rule.
Hell yeah, man! I'm gonna paint that on the side of my van.
His attempt took the form of a sign, which he placed next to himself while sitting in the lobby at Piedmont.
He's got those
The
good
sign was a
Hollywood
list of
drugs. There you go.
qualifications that a potential girlfriend would
Mhm.
have. He said that he has been very frustrated by his inability to find a girlfriend, and he suffers from noviophobia.
Oh, goodness
This
gracious.
refers to his frustration that females often tell him that they already have a
A
boyfriend.
lot of these women
While he
probably
does
didn't have
physical
boyfriends
attraction
already.
towards
Just letting you
females.
know.
His primary
Right.
frustration
They were
is with his
just
lack
trying
of
to be polite.
companionship.
Yeah.
The report mentions his medical record and earlier evaluations. He has already undergone psychological evaluation by Robin Hawks at the Center of Learning Potential.
Somehow
The
Robin Hawks
recommendation
killed
concerning
himself
Mr. Chandler's
afterwards.
Emotional status is that he seek psychiatric and psychological treatment. The psychologist felt that counseling and medication would
Nah,
possibly
they
address
definitely
his
deal
obsessive
with
thought pattern
more
and assist him with social skills. She also recommended anger management
difficult
training.
patients than
The
Chris.
analysis
Probably.
also comments on Christian's
Because he's
appearance
not like
and demeanor in the session.
well, I guess
The
he's
patient
sort of
was
is
mildly
dangerous in a
overweight,
way, but
white
he's not
male,
like
wearing blue
dangerous
jeans
to the
and a
general
shirt.
public.
He
No.
was also wearing a makeshift necklace.
He's just
that
gonna
has a
stomp
large
his feet and
plastic
scream
medallion
and then
in the
run
shape
off.
Of a Pokemon character's head.
Yeah.
He also had a number of Shrinky Dink
Yeah,
decorations
I think
attached
like
to
the
this
worst
necklace.
violent
He had a
act he
large
ever did
backpack
was
that he
mace that
carried with him
GameStop
and had a
employee.
notebook containing a large number of drawings.
Oh,
His
and he
speech was
did
somewhat
tap
nasal, with frequent awkward
the
laughing
dude
during
from
his
the game
sentences.
place with his
His
car.
speech was
Yep.
fluent. His responses were appropriate to the questions posed to him. Overall, the volume of his speech was slightly elevated, although his tone was generally pleasant and almost jovial. His thought processes were linear and logical. He was somewhat concrete, especially regarding social interactions. He seemed to have a good insight into his limitations. The attending physician offers up his final verdict. Folstein's score was 30 out of 30, with his sentence being, Uncle Spunky is a really funky monkey.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Chandler is a
Uncle
22-year-old
Spunky will
man
be that
with a
monkey.
history of developmental delays and autism. Despite these limitations, he seems to have been quite successful in maximizing his academic abilities.
That's what's
He is
up.
left, however, with a severe degree of social awkwardness and seems to have good insight into this. He's left feeling somewhat frustrated as he has a strong desire for companionship, although his social limitations prevent
Well,
him
when you
from being
frame it
able
like
to
that, it
realize
is
this
pretty
in
damn
the way
sad.
which he would like.
Well,
The patient
so
doesn't
there
seem
is
to
a
pose
show called
significant
Love
threat.
on the Spectrum.
Yes.
Imagine if Chris could have been on it.
Dude, that would have been cool, man.
And he like would have been too. They wouldn't have passed on that.
No, especially not
Like,
after
oh,
they
yeah,
found
this
out about
guy
all
that's
this.
like massively popular. Yeah, he can be on.
Damn, man, we got the bad timeline.
He just was like a little bit off from when he like if he was born a little later.
When did it air? I need to see.
I think
Love-
it's like currently running.
Love on the Spectrum. When did it
I,
first
I
start?
want to say it's an Australian show.
Love on the Spectrum, 2019.
Okay.
So he may have been in prison during that period too.
Yeah, it's too late now for it. You can't put this dude on
Bummer.
a dating show.
Damn.
Like I don't even know if I don't even know what he's interested in at this point.
No.
I think he's married to Magi-Chan, so
Yeah,
I
he
don't
is in a
know- I don't
committed
know.
relationship. He's also married
Yeah.
to Mewtwo, which never made any sense to me.
Oh,
Mewtwo's
he's married to both, I think. Yeah,
that's part of the Chris Chan lore I don't
Yeah, just
understand.
plain Mewtwo, not even his own version.
Yeah, the Pokemon, the big old gray one with psychic powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm married to that.
Yep.
Okay.
To himself, or
Pokemon
anyone
trainer
else.
Christian and DSP want to battle me.
After
Can
the
I flee?
evaluation, Chris carried on his life, much like before.
You
with
see
neither
that
him
face
nor his
approaching.
parents making any significant effort to change his
Like,
ways.
oh, I don't wanna
Look at
fight
that, he's got a
this guy.
Sonichu belt buckle.
Maybe Santa
That's pretty
would bring
cool,
him a
actually.
girlfriend like he wished, who could right all his
That's a great
wrongs
picture.
and change his life for the
What a
better.
rock star, man. I had that Unicron figure back there. That's it. That's it. No more of the comprehensive history for now. That's a lot of Chris Chan. However, we do have more Come Town with Chris Chan.
Days.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Chris Chan.
Who's Christian?
Oh, you don't know who Sonichu is?
No, dude.
Christian Weston Chandler?
No.
Oh my god.
Dismiss that
How the fuck
YouTube
did-
TV.
how have I
Yeah,
not
there you
told
go.
What is
you
this,
guys
like
about
a
him
computer
before?
thing?
No.
I don't know if that even
It's-
showed up
it's
on the stream, but
most trolled individual in the history of the internet.
Really? So it sounds like a computer thing.
I mean, I don't even know if it would be worth it to go into it because I'm sure everyone listening to this knows who Chris Chan is.
I
But
think probably a lot of people don't. Like me and stuff.
well, you're completely ignorant to what I'm talking about, so I don't even know what your frame of reference is to say people do or don't know about it.
Yeah, you got you there.
I think we have a lot of listeners.
most
okay.
most
Well,
of the
I'm
people
sure a lot
listening
of
to
them
Come Town
know.
knew who Chris Chan
So,
was.
About 10 years ago.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, this guy got popular on the internet, on like mostly on 4chan. It was an autistic guy, like a 24-year-old autistic guy, lives with his parents, for posting this video where he's like, "It's wrong to be gay.
Oh,
Being
hell
gay
yeah.
is incorrect, and
Stab
you should
loves it.
always be straight," you know, or whatever. But he's got around his neck this weird medallion made out of model magic that looks like a yellow Sonic.
Hell yeah.
And people dig deeper and they find all these cartoons he makes comics that he like looks like shitty. He has the artistic abilities of a fucking 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So he draws these comics called Sonichu, which is a character he created that's just Sonic combined with Pikachu.
That's cute.
Yeah. But he's a homophobe, or you know, he's weird. So, you know, people were like just sort of observing him, but over the years, the trolls became more and more involved in his life, and he had all of these ongoing like dramas. And his main things, at least 10 years ago, were he was in search of a boyfriend-free girlfriend. And he's a self-described a boyfriend-free sweetheart. Is what he would.
Oh,
so he would like
hell
put up. He would
yes.
have a sign that he would write up. To be like,
Stab
"I'm
would be a
looking for
DSP
girlfriend."
viewer,
And he
or
would go
a
sit on the
DSP
community
detractor.
college campus. But then he had qualifies on there like, she has to be white. She cannot be, you know, like just
Oh my
racist and
God.
stuff.
Yes.
Like you're not allowed to be fat or whatever. He's
Yeah.
this autistic guy, and like the dean of students, you know, kicked him off, and he got into this feud with the dean or whatever.
Yes.
And then he was constantly being banned from his local GameStop.
my God.
And so he had these feuds going with it, you know, and he would
That's
make these
devastating.
videos of create a character in like Soul Calibur of him murdering the dean. Like make the dean, then make a character for himself, and then have videos of him stabbing the dean. And then the police had to get involved. And like, you know, and it just
Oh,
got
God.
better and better and
That's
better.
awesome.
So he had this quest to find he described himself as noviophobic, which is some bizarre combination of Spanish and Latin or Greek, I guess. Yeah. Which means boyfriend free or boyfriend phobic, you know.
Okay.
And so he became but he just stalks women. Like, you know, there's a woman that worked at the mall that was nice to him. And so he like, unfortunately, she was nice to him. So he would just like wait outside the store and stare at her, and she'd be like, "Get out of here!" And he would like run away, you know, come back and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
So as he got more and more attention online for his shitty comics, like people started trolling him, and it was all these like 12-year-old boys that would call him up because they sounded like girls, and they would pretend to be girls to troll this grown autistic man.
Oh,
and,
fuck.
like,
Who did
you
he
know,
live with? Parents?
His
I guess?
parents,
Yeah,
yeah.
obviously, yeah.
And, you know, so then obviously his nudes got leaked and videos of him
Yes.
fucking blow up dolls.
Yes.
And screaming like, "Oh, Julie, I love you, Julie." Which is like the
my
name of a 12-year-old boy pretending. And,
Stab's gonna die.
And this was like all happening
Oh, no.
10 years ago. And he's got, so now he's
Motherfucking yes.
trans. Is he? He's been trans. He basically killed his own father. I think he set their house on fire. He got them kicked out of their house because he uploaded. He's like a tour of our home, and the Department of like Health found the video, and their home.
I
is
don't
just
think
in
they
disarray
actually
and
got kicked
trash
out.
everywhere.
No, that's not true. The actual follow up to that is that people did report him to the governing body, and the governing body responded with a letter. Unless that trash is falling out of their house into the street, we do not care.
Yeah.
So.
What? So they got taken out of their home.
So Nick
and,
wasn't like quite right on that.
Right.
This kid's
Yeah,
parents.
and a couple of years ago,
That
he
was
got
what Bob was
arrested.
afraid of.
Computer, it'll be good for him.
Yeah, he got arrested again at GameStop.
I think it's because
they
everyone got
changed
that
it.
stuff off the
This is
internet
one of my favorite
now.
recent Christian
Yeah,
things.
it worked.
Sony changed the color of Sonic's arms from tan to blue.
Yes.
And he's like, "That's not what Sonic's arms look like."
Yes.
And so he went into the GameStop. And there's video of him doing it. He's fully trans now. So he's dressed
he
like a
did
woman.
cause the house to burn
And he
down.
goes into the
I also-
GameStop and he's trying
I
to
also put a little bit of the blame on his parents for that as well, because Chris Chan, he was a hoarder, but he learned it from his parents.
Yeah, his mom had the house filled with shit.
Yes.
Like they couldn't do dishes because there was too much shit in the sink.
Yes.
So like it's kind of like Phil, actually.
Yeah.
It's like an autistic version of DSP.
So just normal DSP.
color in Sonic's arms with like a blue magic marker.
yes.
And the employees are like, "What are you doing?" And
But he
starts
did start the
macing
fire.
employees.
Yeah, he had like
Yeah.
a toaster oven plugged in under a pile of trash or something.
Yeah, it was in
think.
the bathroom because
Something like
he
that.
couldn't
Yeah.
cook in the kitchen. So I think
That's
he had
right.
a hot plate or
In the
something.
Yeah.
And so it was in the bathroom and it fell on something and started a fire, which is hilarious as shit, man. What a Sims version of events, you know?
Absolutely.
And I believe he fought the fire department to try and go back into the house while it was on fire to save his shit, and the fire department had to restrain him.
Oh, a coffee maker. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
that
coffee
makes
maker,
sense.
coffee maker. Okay.
That rings some
You
bells.
wanted, like, Sony makes a change.
Yeah.
So you go to your local GameStop
Yeah.
and decide that's what's going to change it. That's what's going to turn
Dude,
it around.
you got to be the change you seek.
Yeah. No, he's so good. You know what? But he's from an older version of the internet that was.
Are we
much
on
fucking-
double speed? What just happened? Oh, no, that was just the end of the clip. Okay.
Yeah. Do we got anything else? We do have. No.
I could pull up a clip of him doing something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do I need to show my favorite clip and then you could show your favorite clip or whatever?
Sure,
clip?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know my favorite clip, of course. Obviously, I show it all the time over on the DSP channel.
ooh, there's actually two.
Everything about this video is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Calling all trolls! Calling all trolls! We are at war! This is war! I will not stand idly by while you take heed and curse my friends and my family.
Oh,
For
yes.
you have
I know what's
dishonored me,
coming.
and I will not stand for it. As I stand upon my native Cherokee heritage, I will hunt you down, you damn dirty trolls. This is war. Put down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite thee. You have been warned with the Cherokee ancestry. How?
Ow. So I sent you two clips because they're both very short.
Okay.
The first one is his message about the homos.
Okay.
And his second one is we'll see.
All right.
Everyone will get to see what that one is.
All right, let's check it out. So, hold on. Culvers, get the hell out of here.
Buffalo and original, cooked crispy and golden.
We reached the Culver's goal. Okay, so Morgana's debunking me and saying that they did not restrain him. The firemen didn't. I guess I heard it somewhere and I got negative information, or maybe it was an exaggeration of it. Where, yeah, I heard somewhere that the fire department had to hold him to the ground because he kept trying to run in to get shit. Which
I can't speak on that.
I mean, it's funny, so I want to believe it's true.
It is funny, the image of it. No, let me go now.
And you know what? The more I think about it, the more violent it gets. So they have to basically hit him in the head with the blunt side of the axe and knock him down. Oh
Or
man,
wrapping him up in a fire hose.
yeah.
Mummifying him.
Oh man, that's funny as hell. What's his Native American name? Runs swiftly with spiced air. I think it's flirts
I'm
with
pretty
grease.
sure he had one that he said.
Oh, does
at
he?
some point. Yeah, I don't know. I think that comes up in the Geno doc way later.
Oh. Man,
Yeah,
okay.
I think he had his own. But go ahead. What would your
I was gonna say flirts with
version be?
grease.
Flirts with grease? That's pretty good. I don't know. I can't think of one. Something about the blow up doll though.
Hmm.
Blow up doll romancer.
Better of blow up dolls.
Something like that.
That's good.
Captain's log. Star date. February.
Yeah, one who communicates with drawings. That's a
February
real.
18th,
Yeah, no kidding.
2009. I was just making an update. I'm continuing working on the pages of my comic. Forgive my sniffles. I just did video dedication for one of my sweetest
Oh, no.
science you
Oh, this
girls
is off of a cry.
in
God
my fan
damn.
base.
He wants to cry it out, man. Be nice.
Anyway, just want I
Yeah, it's
wanted
just
to make
sad though.
It is.
a statement.
I didn't
I
realize this one
retract-
was like fresh off of like
respectfully,
heartbreak.
I retract using the word hate among the gay populace.
You can't even say it.
I was under a lot of stress, and I'll admit I made a bad word choice when I used.
Yeah,
when
no
I-
kidding,
when I
Ramen
chose
Bro.
that word.
He needs to save Optimus Prime, man.
You see, I am capable of associating and being friends and respecting all gays.
Oh, he's really strained on this one.
I'm doing this on my heart. Believe me. But hey, but beyond respect and friendship, no. But I do not hate the gay population. I like them and respect them only as friends.
Oh, okay.
This is the equivalent of
Just
not
like I
gay,
do.
just don't like him is all. Or no, not racist, just
Just
don't
like I
like
would
him
my
is
gal
all.
pals.
Like that's pretty much what he's
Yeah.
saying.
My
He's like, I don't hate the gays. I
girlfriends
just will never associate with them in
sweetheart.
any way.
Yeah, and don't come near me.
Well, when I say girlfriends, I'm talking about I've had multiple crushes in my lifetime before I got online and found the Science You Girls.
See,
and
this seems like a
female
clip
fan
that would play
base.
on the computer on a Fallout terminal. Just someone's
Me and my high
log.
school sweetheart.
Yeah.
There's no one near.
Somebody's diary
Okay.
before
Well,
the vault
Y'all
collapses.
take care.
Yeah.
Peace.
Well, there you go. We've got his stance on gays. And we're about to hear another stance here in a second. That's a pretty intense stance from the looks of it.
Going with the theme of the show.
All right, let's do it. Do you think we should wrap here though with this one?
I think this will do it.
All right, so let's get this. I'm not even going to show you guys the title. It's too funny.
Oh yeah, right. No one gets no spoilers.
Oh my god. Where do you guys think this is going to go? Someone who doesn't already know, thank you. All right, let's see.
Tito,
If you've watched this show
stay away
before,
from Heather, you son of a bitch. You have no right taking her from me like that, you womanizing rapist. And if you go near her again, and I will find you. I will find you. I will cut you up. I'll beat you up. I'll knock you on your backside, stand on your gut like a log roller, and roll your fat right through your skull. blowing it wide open. Because that's what you deserve, you goddamn womanizing, raping, trolling, stupid, pickle-suited nigger.
Nope.
And don't you dare contact me in my email again, or contact me ever. You stay away from me in contact. Don't call me. I will find you.
Wow, we got a nice little...
That was a message to Surfshack Tito. Who's also the pickle man, I guess.
Damn it, what a hero.
I don't know. Wait,
man.
Scroll down again. There's a comment from the that one right where your mouse is. Pronounced that R so hard you could hear hundreds of years of That's the perfect comment to that. Yeah. When I first saw that, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, he just came right out and said it. Damn, man. Man, Christian is too funny.
You had to charge it up like a DBZ attack. Oh, man.
That's too good.
Someone said that to me, and I was like, oh. Oh my!
All right, we got to end on a. Let's see what we can find. Chris and Bob. Let's end on one of those.
Oh yeah.
We always got to end with Chris and Bob. I feel like we could get one of these for every single time that we stream.
Yeah, these are great.
Oh! I just got finished
Feudal
watching
Japan.
Shogun.
Perfect,
there you go.
Dude.
Does not even deserve a hand scroll introduction, cause this is dead serious.
This is kind of
The
goofy.
inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my temple. Everyone in Japan, my son and my older son, are angry at
This
me
is-
and shaming at me. It's my
is kinda
birthday,
racist.
It's my birthday.
Yep.
Everything about my temple off the tile press. I'll send in the samurai. I'll send in the shogun. I'll send in everything in my command to get it off the tile press.
Listen to me. Oh, listen to me.
No, this is funny.
Oh, listen to me.
Hi.
Stop writing those cursed haiku.
Those cursed
I don't care
haikus.
what you write. For you get those haikus off of the temple door.
I'm meditating on it.
Go meditate on it.
I am
Do
meditating.
you understand? Do you understand? Let me explain to you. If the Emperor of Japan sees those haikus that you put on the temple door, they would condemn our temple and we would have to move out of it. Go remove those haikus from the temple door.
I'm meditating on it. I was making a hand scroll for Japan. Telling
Yeah, pretty
everyone
much
to
Mickey
remove the
Rooney.
haikus from the temple
I know what
door.
movie you're talking about. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
You go remove them.
It's out of my command. I don't know where to go.
You wrote those haikus. You
I'm
honor
meditating on it.
Go do
I am meditating.
get in here and do it. I'll be all night with you if I have to. Your
The hat barely following his
I'm
hand.
meditating on it. Let me do those stupid hand scrolls so I can tell everybody in Japan to remove the haikus from the temple door.
Oh, I don't want to be removed from my temple by the Emperor.
He does sound like Winslow.
Need to stick a knife in a gut and commit a seppuku.
Alright,
Get those haikus
You
off
know
of
what
them.
you did?
I'm meditating on it.
You stuck a knife in our gut and committed some
Get everything off the tile press.
beautiful.
Okay, I want to see this one too. Not this ad though.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago in my house, everyone on the internet, my mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming me. It's my fault. I admit it. It's my fault. I want everything about my house off the internet. I'll send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll
Oh
send in
man, he's
everything
super
in my power.
torqued. Oh man, I thought this North
Ooh,
Hollywood
what's
shootout.
the one with the Pigler hat, dude?
Oh man, well that's their airline pilots.
Oh, it's a pilot's hat.
It might not be
Oh, okay.
appropriate right now with what's going on,
Yeah, right.
or what recently happened.
Well, we'll save it.
I thought this LA shootout one was another Chris and Bob one. Chris and Bob are arguing.
Chris and Bob, but it's the LA bank heist shootout.
I want everything about my bank heist off the
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be
Yeah.
good. See, there's infinite potential you can do with these. Infinite number of things you can do. Spiders on drugs, that does sound like a good time though. Is this is Donald Trump Chinese music cover. That's pretty sweet.
I'll watch that on my off time.
Here, I'll put it in the history. There you go. Now it's in the history for you.
Okay, all right, okay.
Well, yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. I feel we learned a lot about Chris Chan today. I learned a lot. I didn't know he went to a Korean church. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there's little things you always miss.
And it was fun. It was fun. And there's tons of potential with Chris Chan. It's kind of like a DSP and LTG and some of the other locales. We'll go back to Chris Chan plenty of times.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we want to do something that would be cool to do is everyone could send in, say, their favorite Chris Chan video. We could just go through them all. That'd be pretty cool.
And next week we're going to be doing Ian Miles Chong with special guest Inconceivable.
Yes. So we're going to have our first guest here at the asylum, a guest doctor, to talk about some weirdo, which I don't know anything about this dude. I don't know shit. And I'm not going to look up anything.
He's a lolcow in his own.
You kind of cut out there.
He's like a lolcow in a kind of a different form in his own right.
Okay.
He's like more of a public figure, but he gets laughed at a lot.
Well, that's what's up. Well, that sounds fun.
He's like a culture war guy.
Well, I'm excited for it because I like learning about these weirdos.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But thank you again, everyone, for swinging by. I hope we had a good time. He said the N-word. That's something.
Yeah, we got to get at least one of those in there.
All right, we're out of here. Thank you, Mbode, for hanging out with us and joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been good.
It's been great. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic night, and good luck on your love quest.
Yeah. Find yourself a sweetheart.